Behold, the deadliest species known to man.
You know those are just avocados, right?
Son of a bitch. Let's make a salad.
Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I'm your host, Roman. Tonight, we are talking bugs. We're talking alien and aliens. Anyway, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us. This should be a lot of fun. These are two of my all-time favorite films, completely changing the game for science fiction horror and then science fiction action. Which two very, very different movies. It's almost a shame to call it a sequel, but it is a sequel, but it's such a different kind of movie. So with me, as always, my co-host, my wingman, it is Shieldwall of Dragons. How are you, sir?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Happy to be here. Yeah, those were very dangerous alien eggs that you then made a salad with. That was pretty funny. Yeah, so going to talk about two great movies tonight. A great panel here. So thanks for having me on. I look forward to talking about it. Right on, right on.
He is my neighbor to the north. He endures things that I do not, and I am grateful for it. He is my friend, StephenRansom. Welcome to the show, buddy.
How you doing, man? How you doing, man? Oof. Talk about a bone with a lot of meat on it. We got some heavy topics just covering these two movies. There's no reason to even bother with the third and fourth at this point.
No, and you're right. So we're gonna save the failed franchises for another week. We're gonna stick with the hearty beef stew that is Alien. My favorite internet wizard. He comes, he goes as he pleases. He is Blair de Blair. Welcome to the show, pal.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yes, these are two of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. And they most definitely were like the templates that, started sci-fi horror and sci-fi action. So good stuff tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, total game-changing stuff, which is that's what I love about them. It's not just that they are great movies. It is what they did for the genre.
Yeah.
I can hear me on someone's stream.
Yeah, definitely a back. Is that? Yeah, it's Blair then.
So whoever it was, thank you.
Don't worry, I took care of it.
Oh, okay.
We're good. Sorry.
Shut that shit off. So he is the meme master. He who fights tornadoes and ice storms. He is Jacob Ironside. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. By the way, there's only 2 Alien movies. Period.
We'll talk about that some more later.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not allowed in certain states, and for good reason. He's hunted by the Dark Knight, and he always brings a smile to your face. Welcome, Joker Voice.
Yes, and this episode will be blissfully free of scissoring, and I'm just ready to hug some faces.
Wow.
I think we all are.
Wow.
Yes, we're all a little uncomfortable.
And there he goes. There he goes.
It's
But
things
in
like
space, nobody can hear you laugh. Remember.
back in Arkham for he's mythical. He's mysterious. He's also Italian. It is CannoliSasquatch. Welcome to the show, buddy.
The
Thank you, sir.
The giddy representation.
You got to have it, of course.
Exactly.
We just do everything between food and culture. We got to educate you people. So that's why we're here. But yeah, thanks for having me on. I just rewatched these movies. One today during work, but don't tell my boss. And then one last night. And
A stovepipe.
yeah. These movies were so much better than I remember, including the first one. The first one was amazing. So we'll get into it. But awesome. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Right on. Well, I'm glad you were here. Yeah, Copa told me to straight up fuck off. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
really, Copa? Really?
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
me, I'm one of your people.
I know.
But,
I know.
you know, it happens. It happens.
What are you gonna
So with us tonight, let's run through the chat real quick. We have our good friend Matt, the fad that shouldn't be. Aliens like, ooh, that is subjective. That is subjective. But only 2 movies. Yes, thank you. Whoops, why did I click on Shieldwall? It's not that I don't want to click on your Shieldwall. I really want to click on your Shieldwall. Oh, yeah, it was. This is Cannoli was.
Yeah, we
already
put her in
sounds
line.
the background.
Okay, we promised no scissoring, but we didn't say anything about clicking. So I
That's
guess clicking is allowed.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Fran.
That's Mama CannoliSasquatch.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Well, I'm going to apologize right now for any language we might use because I feel bad because
Oh,
Yeah,
you know,
Fran, I just ate.
You're one of our house,
Don't
get
make
hit with a
anything
spoon.
for me. I don't need anything to eat.
I just some Italian ladies chasing me with a spoon, and it's like I should
you
have
don't
said
want
that.
that.
Then
Nope.
whap.
It's better than a spatula.
That's true.
Well, that's true. It's less. And actually, I don't
better
think
than a-
Danny's actually here. I think
Hey.
Danny is.
It's
not
also
here.
better. It's also better than a. It's also better than a cleaver too.
True. The cleaver does get better, and our good friend Zax, thanks for
What up, Zax?
Man, what a fun stream we had on Zax's channel last night. So met some very cool creators, and that was a blast. So if you haven't seen that, go to Zax's channel and watch that show from last night. It was just spectacular. Just some really cool cats, and it was so much fun. And I went through like 6 margaritas during that show. Just so you know.
Oof.
So
That's a.
and that's
lot of-
I don't know.
that's a
I
lot
think
of
it was
dirt water.
still actually fun, but in my mind, it was a party.
Let's
so-
say it was extra fun because of that.
It was bonus fun. So tonight we are going to start with Alien. Actually, oops, I'm on the wrong page already because I am a
Jesus.
fucking idiot. So we're going to start with. I know. I just wanted to bring up the IMDb real fast so we can take a look at that. Get your basic data. So 1979, I was alive. I know many of the panel members were. I think everybody on the panel was. Cannoli, what are you shaking your head?
I was.
Were you not
Oh
alive?
no, I think this movie came out. I was born 7 days before this movie actually came out.
Oh,
Wow.
you're like a little alien present.
You slipped in under the wire.
The big
That's what,
cannoli.
Jacob, you were not. You are the youngster here. I think.
I was born like 6 years later.
Yep. So in alien
wait,
terms,
like just. Okay, so you're also alien, baby. That's pretty
yeah.
good.
So in alien terms, they were both face huggers then.
They're both face huggers. Yeah, see, what do they call them in the book? Omorphs or ovomorphs. OVO morph.
That just sounds naughty.
Yeah,
saw
and when I
this in the
say it,
theater.
I
That's the
wasn't
point.
happy that I did. You saw this in the theater. I did not see this in the theater. Oh, Melvin Deeply showed up as well. Hello, Melvin. Good to see you.
Hello.
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 So we got so Ridley Scott directed this, and Ridley Scott, he's one of the just groundbreaking directors in Hollywood. Anyway, between Alien and Blade Runner, 2 of my absolute favorite movies. Gladiator, down the road a ways. He had some missteps
Legend.
in there. Legend was good. Thelma and Louise was not. Depending on your perspective, I suppose you could absolutely love Thelma and Louise. I did not love Thelma and Louise. Did he direct either of the last 2, or did he just produce those?
I think he directed Prometheus.
Prometheus?
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yes.
missteps,
Yeah.
and I may include those when we talk about the not good aspects of this franchise. I haven't decided yet. Oh, speaking of Gladiator, and of course, on the cast we had Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt,
Yep.
John Hurt, I love John Hurt,
Sir.
Veronica Cartwright.
Sir John Hurt.
Well, now he's dead, John Hurt. So it and I know you throw your fruit at your screens later. I apologize for that. Veronica Cartwright, who she's been in a lot of different things. This is kind of a weird role. Harry Dean Stanton, who I think has been in I would say as many as 80% of the movies in the 20th century. That
Mhm.
dude was in everything.
Kevin
Ian
Bacon.
Holm, who you probably won't recognize in this movie, but played Bilbo Baggins in the Lord of the Rings films. Yaphet Kotto, who the only other movie I know him from is Live and Let Die.
He was
Should
in
I know him
Homicide.
from other things?
He was in a Homicide Life on the Streets TV show for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Veronica Cartwright was the little 12-year-old girl in The Birds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
wow.
practically the same movie. almost exactly the same thing.
Pretty much.
Someone whose name I cannot pronounce, tall, skinny dude played the alien, and Helen Horton played Mother. Not the inspiration for the Danzig song. So anyway, so that's your cast and crew writers, Dan O'Baden and Ronald Shush.
Pretty
Shusett?
compact cast there. There's not a cast.
Now, Roman.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Roman, correct me if I'm wrong, but during the casting process, there were no first names used, so everyone just kind of read in general, and then Ridley Scott just kind of put people he liked where he wanted them. So there was no Ellen Ripley at the time of edition.
No.
There was just Ripley.
Yes. Oh, so you're saying as far as when the casting took place?
Mhm.
No, I think you're right. No, they don't use. I mean, it was very much like a military structure, and this movie has a lot in common with another one of my favorites, which we've talked about extensively. At least some of us have. The Thing. It has your antagonist has different motivations, but you're still dealing with the same compact space, same tight crew. This crew clearly did have females, whereas
The
the
same
Thing was an
uncomfortable
all
space.
crew.
Mhm.
And Veronica Cartwright's whining and screeching made you understand why they didn't bring women to the Antarctic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Please send your complaints to Shieldwall of Dragons.
Why did you bring them anywhere?
Well, I can think of some reasons. Someone's going to make the sandwiches. I'm sorry. Again, that was please don't cancel me. So
there's another movie that resembles Outland with Sean Connery.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
kind of contained. Also, it was very lived. This came out. Outland came out a couple years later, and a lot of people worked on Aliens, worked on Outland.
which
So that's why that
explains-
look. But it has that lived-in feel where you really believe people are in space. This isn't Star Trek. It's not shiny.
That phrase that you just used, Blair de Blair, is an important one. And when we talk about a movie like Blade Runner, that entire world felt lived in. From the car that they got into to S.J. Abastian's shitty whole apartment with the weird puppets in it. If the whole, but and to the policeman, the bosses, not Gaff.
Bryant,
his office. All of those felt like natural spaces, not like sets. They felt like places you had just wandered into. And this spaceship has that same exact feel.
Yeah.
And this opening was just brilliant. There wasn't anything fancy. You didn't feel like you were in 2001. You felt like you were getting a tour of a place where these people have lived and worked.
The only con that I have in this is that this started the monochrome full color movie. This is where the Marvel palette comes from. It finds its origins in films like this, that gray palette. Whereas before this, there was a film called Silent Running.
Yeah,
that was a lot more colorful. And if they had just thrown some orange bands going down the hallway, or some conduits that were originally painted yellow,
this feels very corporate, though, like you would see in a real world situation.
Well, that's true. Well, think about it like
Yeah.
a naval vessel. I mean,
Yeah,
in a similar future way. Now, granted, this is
Or
a
a
commercial
little rig or something.
or hauler, but
yeah.
speaking of rig, Thad, you recommended that show to me, The Rig, on Amazon, I think. we started watching it. We're almost, I think, at the end of the season now. We're really enjoying it. It's a weird ass show. Joran Momart from Game of Thrones plays the lead character, Magnus, in it. It's a really fun show. It's not
Captain
a great
Friendzone.
show, but it's a fun show. What?
What?
Well, the thing about the that I liked about the sets in Alien is that it looks practical. Like that stuff would really work. Like you see, like OG, TOS Star Trek, and it's all like candy buttons and stuff. This stuff actually looks like it's functional. And if it's just designed to be functional, it's not a pleasure cruise. It's not a liner or something like that. If you've ever been on a military aircraft, the first time you go on one, if you've only ever flown commercial, you're like, holy crap, I can see everything, wires, control cables, tubes. There is there might be some insulation behind that stuff or little covers here and there to keep your fingers out of moving parts. But for the most part, it's not like a pristine looking white or blue or whatever.
No, they're gray.
They're gray, it's functional, and that's it. And I really liked that about the movies.
The only my only criticism to that is, granted, yes, all those sections of the ship that they actually go through, just like those sets in Star Trek 2009, those are actually industrial set pieces that they actually filmed in, that were real, legitimate, right? Where he goes chasing after the cat and the alien gets him, that's all legitimate. They didn't build that space.
That cat was in cahoots with the alien.
Oh God! You guys didn't tell me. I wasn't yet. When I'm not supposed to be the stream, remind me to share to the stream because I'm an idiot. Remember, we've talked about this. How many times have we talked about this?
We're being nice.
Roman is old and Roman forgets.
I thought we were talking about.
In my mind, I was doing all of this.
Yeah,
keep talking though about the set as we scroll through the opening of the movie.
So you mean that this was not done in a volume or on green screen?
Now, this is one place where I think the volume would work because it's all short shots. It's very confined. This would be perfect for the volume. Not a planet, not a jungle.
Wouldn't it be great if the volume was actually a module of tiles, a modular system of tiles? And they could just build any structure of set that they wanted to. Like build a hallway like this, except the walls aren't entirely round. And there's screens. The whole thing is a screen.
I love this little piece here. I just want to talk about this. Aside from just the actual, I mean, this is what displays generally look like. I love that there are little handwritten notes just scrawled over here. It's those little touches that make it, that give it that realism. I mean, and this was a very big change up from movies like 2001 and the Star Trek universe and Star Wars, frankly, that presented, in a normal human, you could see us progressing from where we are now to this type of ship in however many years, certainly not given our current situation, but
absolutely
at the time.
Because they'd be like coffee cups and stuff sitting on consoles. Yeah.
Yeah, and the consoles would be designed to be entirely waterproof because they know there's going to be coffee cups. There's just no getting around it.
Right? No, they're really not. It's like people just bring stuff into the aircraft and they shouldn't bring it, and then things happen, and then you yell.
Yep, I was going to say you would think that expensive military equipment would be waterproof or liquid proof, but it's not.
No, my only point about the set is that this is supposed to be like
interesting facts.
A Peterbilt. It's supposed to be a trucker's cabin, right? So if the eating space had some of the motifs of the aesthetics of the inside of one of those 18-wheeler cabins, right? Like you've seen what those look like, right? There's like a dimpled, seats, and it's nice. And there's like some color in there, and the guys have done some like leather work to make the seats look better. And it's functional, but it's also a living space. It's, padded maybe on the inside. I don't know. It just, I think they could have done a little bit more. It's odd that this medical bay looks the way it does, but the kitchen looks completely horrible.
Yeah, this stands out, but I think this stands out because it is such a life support sensitive area. I mean, this is it.
Yeah.
You know, things go wrong here, your crewmen die immediately.
Plus, they don't spend a lot of time on the ship awake. Mostly, they're going to be in hypersleep. You know, only when they first leave and are first getting ready to come in, are they going to be awake, and so they really wouldn't want to, personalize the ship. I guess.
That's a very good point, Blair.
Oh, there's
that you're not
Koba.
going to waste time on stuff if they're going to be asleep for 90% of it.
You just can't trust him. You can't trust the
Koba. I got a question for Jacob Ironside. How old were you when you first saw this movie? Do you remember?
I was in 5th grade. I was about 10 years old.
Yeah, I was about the same. Terrified me.
I think I didn't see it in the theater. I think I saw it on HBO or something like that.
I saw it on second generation VHS. Just VHS.
Fancy.
That's my standard for any movie in the 90s or 80s up to about 84, 85. I saw it on as a copy of a copy on a VHS.
That was the way. This is the way. So John Hurt is the first one to wake up, which has a sense of irony to it.
Yeah.
And then they're all in here eating their whatever magic space food, smoking. I mean, these are industrial people doing industrial
right.
shit.
Yeah, Hurt's character is the
these
closest
two.
thing we have to an actual 50s spaceman. You know, he's willing to take the risk. He's a bit of an adventurer. He's moves a little quick without thinking sometimes.
Yeah,
That's
the
what gets him in
maintenance
trouble.
guys. The maintenance guys get pissed because they think they're getting less money than everybody else, and it's just a hilarious conversation. Now, before we go, we need to talk about shares. It's like you're contracted to get the same amount as everyone else.
Maintenance guys being suspicious are going to get screwed over? No.
Yeah,
Not in the future, certainly.
You need
Pretty
labor?
realistic.
There's labor disputes.
Yeah, these guys are my favorite characters because they're
Copa.
they're not talking about the greatness of humanity and the exploration of space. They're bitching about their contract, their bonuses. We're gonna talk about the bonus situation. Before we start doing this shit,
The
we gotta
entire
get
crew
paid.
got shafted, though.
Yeah.
Right, and I also like the fact that there's no one here that has the stereotypical space explorer look. There's no one that has like a big chiseled granite chin.
Right.
These are just folk. They are just folk.
Well, there might be, but he has a beard.
Oh,
He's the closest. Ironically, the Doctor is the closest thing we have to an actual 2001.
which is funny, yeah.
I think Steven has a scarab boat. Oh my! Going on there.
But look at Spirit. Doesn't he remind you of kind of like
the doctor
a
likes
manager
to
in
do-
charge?
Yeah. Yeah, he thinks exactly what he looks like.
He got the jacket. He wears the jacket. He wears the company shit. He's in charge, and he kind of looks like that. Management type,
Paint by numbers management kind of guy. Just typical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even though he does violate rules. So the control room for Mother, also not unlike the sleeper chamber, is a very unique looking space on board the ship. And this is an eyes only kind of space as well. This is where the boss gets his orders. No one else is supposed to be in there, and he does what the company tells him to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the computer core, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of the Red Room in 2001.
And this is where what was her name? God, I'm terrible with names.
Veronica, Victoria.
Veronica.
What was the character? What was the character's name?
God, I can't remember.
Oh,
Name someone other than Ripley.
Funny, I don't remember most of the characters' names other than her and Ash.
Dallas.
Lambert.
Yeah.
Is it Lambert?
Lambert.
Yes, thank you. God. Yes,
look at
this is the senior citizens streaming Alien.
again. Look at the set. Look how close everything is. Right. This is like a real ship would be. It's not Star Trek where there's giant hallways
everywhere.
and rooms and stuff. Yes, this is what technology really looks like.
Well, if you're on board a naval vessel as well, and I'm going to throw out that kind of stuff, these spaces are not so much designed for you as they are for gear, which you work around. And that's just the way it is. So
Like
if you've ever been on a
rigs.
Navy ship, and I know same thing. The gear is more important. You work around the gear, and that's just that's it. Is Daniel in there? Did I see Daniel?
Woody.
Oh, maybe I didn't. That might be my eyes playing tricks on me because I am very old. So this is where they're starting to figure out, though, that they're not. They got woken up by Mother, but they're not where they are supposed to be. And I love the exchange between Ripley and Lambert, though, because Ripley's like, "This isn't our system," and Lambert's checking and trying to get hold of Antarctic flight control, and Ripley just keeps saying, "This isn't our system."
So there's 2 cats on board.
Oh my! That's why you don't bring women on spacecraft. Oh.
Unless they're making
sandwiches, of course.
Sandwiches.
Goes without saying. And he's like, where the fuck are we? It says our system. I know. Misses of the Empire will often make that same face. Also, that was the voice you heard in the opening of the show. That was actually Mrs. of the Empire's voice for the alien egg scene.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So if you missed
Nothing
that,
like
I'll play it at
March.
the end of the show.
So real quick, can we talk about the chain of command here? It goes Dallas.
Yes.
Who's the next person in charge?
Ripley.
That's Ripley.
Ripley.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
She's
again,
the
this is a female,
It's
right? This is
it's the guy that gets
1979.
killed.
People.
The first guy that gets killed is second.
Yeah.
Well,
How
actually,
progressive.
I believe it was what is that actress's name?
See,
She's the one
I
that
heard it
started
was.
everything.
I heard it was Jennifer. I heard it was
Jennifer
Jennifer.
Jennifer
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
That's
That's right.
right.
Oh,
So
She was actually the number one,
never gonna live
first
that
one
down.
ever. Nope.
while she's really a number 2. So, White Bear, hey, welcome to the show, buddy.
Lady.
I'm here all week. So that catty bullshit between the two of them was hilarious, though. I know. So you got the poor maintenance guys down here. She's like, you know why they don't come down here? It's because of you. They don't like you. And they're funny because they're different than the rest of the crew. The rest of the crew actually has spaceship jobs. These two are in charge of fixing shit, and you definitely have that separation of the division of labor kind of stuff. So Dallas coming back to let them know, I bet some of you have guessed, we're not where we're supposed to be. And now everybody's freaking out. It's what are we here? What are we looking for? There's certain
much am I
things
being
that bring us
paid?
out of hypersleep, and if those conditions have happened, and these two are bitching about the pay again immediately, and then what is it? It's not Bishop.
Ash.
Ash, not Bishop. Is like, if failure to do this is forfeiture of all shares.
Mhm.
Well, what are we waiting for then? Let's get to work.
Yeah, let's go.
The great motivator. You see,
Explain it
'cause
that
he's
way,
not
then
having
of
it.
course.
Yeah, in a modern version of this, to be a whole backstory about how his mortgage is due and he's worried
Yeah, they'd
about his
explain
family,
everything out. Yeah.
and that's
I
why
got
he's
5
worried
kids
about
to
his
feed.
labor
Yeah.
and his money. And
Wrong movie, Joker.
He's behind.
there's
on
the
child
coffee
support.
cup you were talking about, Stephen.
Wrong movie.
Yeah.
Is that a
See,
pack of
yep.
cigarettes there too? Is that a pack of
It's
cigarettes?
Yeah.
behind it?
Not,
Yep.
not on a waterproof console. That spill, something's getting fucked up, and someone's getting yelled at by someone like me.
And I would probably assume that smoking around all that gear is not a good thing either.
It's weird because they smoke like it's fine, so they must have, maybe they just don't give a shit, or maybe they have better
Or
filtration.
maybe
I would say
maybe-
it's probably the former, though.
okay, that's probably
Yeah,
true.
it's-
I'm just because I have cleaned off a few TV screens in my bar, and
Oh,
Insane.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is just a really nice shot of
Look at all the-
Nostromo coming
Look
up
at all
on
the Greeblies
LV
in the bottom of
426.
that ship.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, look at all the Greeblies on the bottom of that ship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it could feed a family of possums. This ship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, easily.
It's got great tracts of land.
Great tracts of land. That's a Monty Python and the Holy Grail reference. If you were unaware,
I love those planets the way look the shadow.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this is all
Yeah.
practical
Yeah.
shit. Remember, this is all
Okay.
practical effects,
Okay.
boys and girls. This isn't bullshit CGI.
I also just don't want to comment that the design of the external of the ship, this is completely functional. It's not streamlined for speed or
Right.
anything because you're
No,
in a
no.
vacuum. It's
Yeah,
the bulky.
Yeah.
It's
Yep,
It can be
bulky
any
and
shape you
ugly
want it
and
to be.
it's just to
functional.
get you from place A to place B. It's
Right.
all. It's what it's
Right.
made for. Yeah.
Right.
Well, and what that thing is, that whole big city thing, that's basically a refinery.
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's
That,
an
that's
oil
not the
refinery.
ship. That's what they're towing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take the ship down to the planet.
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
docked
leave-
in a
Look at that.
refinery.
Man, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
exactly.
That is a nice shot. Wow, look at that.
that's beautiful.
It
And
is.
I like that this tech remained consistent between the two movies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Basically, their grid lined
Yeah.
up of coming into the atmosphere. There's the ship.
Yeah.
The only thing that would be different nowadays would be that there would be a photographic underlay beneath the graphic of the actual planet. Like a photograph of the planet would be evident below the
Mhm.
graphics. But in military, on military monitors, that's not really that far off from what we still have today. They have very simple graphics in military equipment.
We're a simple people.
Hey, it's just trying to communicate a basic
Yeah.
idea. It's not trying to be all glamorous. It's not a video game.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, and that much is certain. Yeah, this is all designed with functionality in mind. And if you had to throw in a few more dollars to make it better, you probably wouldn't, because it doesn't need to be better. It does what it's supposed to do. And the atmosphere on it's LV 426, right? Or LV 429?
Yeah.
426.
LV 427?
Matt,
I thought it was two.
I thought it was just
I
Matt.
thought it was 2.6.
Matt, come to our rescue. Yeah,
Nope.
in this, Tom's, the Nostromo is essentially a giant tugboat. That's what it is. Holland, I don't know. I don't really give a shit how they got the ore into the thing, but there's obviously a lot more to this voyage. We're catching them on the way home.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
This landing sequence is just so fucked up because they can't see anything. They can't see the
Mhm.
ground, and they're just coming in, and everything gets shaken up. They just, one of the landing spurs gets dicked up by landing on a rock the wrong way, which shows you how sensitive everything still is. And there it goes,
Yeah, right there.
and everything just starts spewing steam and shaking. And
How was that again?
Landing struts.
really
It's
need
like
to do
it's some of the most difficult stuff. I keep
426,
hearing
thank
on the SpaceX guys that are covering that material. There's all of this continuous development of space struts. Like, how do you land on something that's a rocky surface? Does the pad push and clear the floor before it touches down? Like, all of these contraptions, it's still got to work. It's still got to be simple and reusable. It's a mess. It's still a mess. And there's some really good minds on it. And still, it's disaster.
I love when the scene stops and you're just at the external of Nostromo of the ship itself, and all it is you just hear the howling wind. It's just that,
Yeah.
and everything looks still, but you just hear that heavy wind. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
And Ash sitting up here in his nest as they're getting ready to go into the ship. And Ripley comes down here to talk to the maintenance guys about how long things are going to take, and they basically just want to give her a hard time. And
Yeah.
and she says, I think you're full of bullshit. Shh. And then she leaves. And then he realizes something's actually wrong and he has to turn the steam back on again. It's good. It's the interactions seem very natural and real between these actors.
Yeah.
Just great stuff.
Yeah.
Here it is. Yeah, I
She
think
knows
you're full
she's
of
their
shit.
Those
And-
spacesuits, don't they look like old-fashioned diver suits, like from a Jules Verne
Yeah,
old movie? Or
yeah, very Jules Verne.
Oh
because
yeah,
the
the
armor.
big bell suits.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Everything in this movie makes you uncomfortable as a viewer.
Yeah, it's
The
true.
wet
Yeah, that's the whole point,
interior
yeah.
of the ship, the bulky space suits.
So
Yeah,
and
I've
this
heard-
is Ripley trying to dissect that signal, and I don't think she's determined it yet. But I mean, it ends up they decide it looks more like an SOS or a warning. I'm sorry, more like a warning than an SOS, like a stay away kind of thing. Here she got her space Chuck Taylors on,
It's got to be comfortable.
playing some ball later.
Yeah.
And then you get the first look at the alien ship, and it is so alien. It is
Oh,
just
yeah.
a bizarre design. It doesn't even make sense looking at it. It's like, what the hell were you trying to do with the horseshoe ship? You
Grieger's
don't know what
designs are
end
just
is
incredible.
what.
We
Yeah,
don't even
'cause
know what direction it flies in.
No,
It may be
it's
on
just
its
so
side.
unnatural.
It may be laying on its belly. It may be laying on its roof. I mean, we don't know at all.
Thank you, Nice. Thank you.
I guess we do because of the interior floor layout. So I guess we do.
Oh,
know.
Bioshock. Appion says, so yeah, that's true. Yeah, they do look like Bioshock as well. And they're
Well,
just doing
Bioshock
checks
looks like
with
them.
comms. Yeah, true. Actually, good point, Stephen. Yes, it's the
Yeah,
the
I just want
backwards-
to point out a scene here with Ash. When he comes down to this observation room, he does this kind of jogging in place,
Mhm.
but it's like
Mhm.
really creepy fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I've always wondered what that's him displaying his joy. He knows he's doing his job properly. Like that's
Mhm.
android anxiety.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Android anxiety.
My creator's going to be so happy, like that kind of craziness going on in his head.
Because he's a nutbag.
Oh yeah.
Again, just a cool shot. So those little dots down here, that's our explorers on this
I love it.
totally
Yeah, look at that.
inhospitable world.
Wow.
Those shots are so important. Those gigantic environmental
Well, yeah,
shots.
the big. Yeah, well, it gives you idea of scope.
Also, those scanner shots from like the TV screen, it just shows you how little they can actually see what's going on.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So it adds to the mystery, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. At this point, you still think, he's a kind of a good guy or whatever, and yeah,
And we still
they're
don't know
inside.
all of these people. We're still trying to
No.
figure out who's the real hero, what's really going down here.
Mhm.
Do I trust the doctor? I trust my doctor. Should I trust this doctor? Like all of that's going on in our heads.
So this is interesting. Having two different people design the human and alien elements was a brilliant decision. That's true.
Yes, I was going
It
to say
keeps,
that
it
there's
keeps all of it dissimilar.
a contrast
Yeah.
between their ship and this one. Is
Oh,
just
yeah.
night
You know,
and day,
You see a lot of that in anime. If you look at the credits on any robot or alien action adventure story, there'll be multiple design teams, one for the mech, one for the scenic designs, and another one for the alien species and culture. Like there's whole design teams set up separately.
This was the
And
space
here we
jockey.
have the space jockey. And this was such a bizarre looking thing. I mean, he looks like he's part of the chair.
Mhm.
This was just
Yeah.
so brilliant, and I hate that they ruined
Yes.
this idea.
Oh
in,
yeah.
Covenant.
Prometheus.
And the mystique
I'm
of it.
just going to
Prometheus, I'm
say
sorry.
again, hiss.
Yeah, because you didn't know, and you didn't need to know. You just knew
No.
it was fucking cool. And
We certainly
Yeah.
didn't need to know that. Good God, what a mess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Idiots.
God, look
right,
at that.
and, yeah, and you were like, "What's going on?" I just remember how mesmerized I was by this scene
Oh,
when
yeah.
I was a kid,
Yeah,
and you got the chest cavity there, and you're like,
yeah.
I
the bones are
immediately-
broken outward.
"Yeah, yep."
Yep, this was touches of cosmic horror. This was touches of Lovejoy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it just really. I mean, look at it. Look at that. Just brilliant.
I mean, he even had a Cthulhu-like face. That whole octopus-like muzzle thing going on.
Mystery
with
was
his
so
nose.
much better. Yes.
Yep.
And then you get this.
Yeah,
though.
I love
It's
this.
like, oh,
Yeah.
whoa,
He's like,
whoa,
"Yeah,
disagreement
what's
happened
this-
here. Something bad.
What's this hole?
Yeah, I wonder how that
I'm gonna
got
go down
there.
this hole.
Funny, there's no other holes. Tom doesn't put other holes in the platform. And I think, I don't know. This is where Ripley, I think, has partially deciphered it, talking about it being a warning. I think. And he's probably like, fuck off, it's fine. And now they're lowering Kane down into the cabin.
Yeah.
You know, which
This
seems
is
like a great
crazy.
idea, obviously.
They know nothing of this ship, but he wants to go down in the hole.
Yeah.
Yes, just send me down in the hole. It looks fine. Just send me down there. I must go down. I must go in the hole. I must keep going.
This is where the tropes of all the,
It'll be
don't
fine.
go down the hole, don't go down the, weird space corridor came from, because nothing good happens.
Nothing good
Yeah,
happens.
this is also to make us feel uncomfortable, because we don't understand where all of this ambition is coming from. Are they just cooped up too long? Are they just too adventurous for their own good? Is this the boyish, childlike nature of a controlled society, and this is the kind of heroes we get? I mean, like, what is going on? Why? And it makes us uncomfortable. Like, this is very dangerous what you're doing. Why are you doing this? This is very dangerous.
And
Look
look
how
at the
big
size
it
of this
is.
bang.
Scale of
And-
that, yeah. Well,
And
And now they do something here that
you can
that
see
we don't
the
get back to
curves.
in Aliens, which is kind of interesting. And I didn't really understand this. And this is where it made me think that the eggs were cargo on this ship,
That's exactly what they were.
Yeah, was that? Yeah, that
because
thin layer
of this
stuff
this
over
layer,
them.
this weird layer. I think was
Yeah.
a containment layer
Mhm.
that somehow
Well,
didn't work the way it should,
yeah.
because it
An
reacted to
interesting
him when he
part-
put his hand through it.
An interesting part of the lore is that in Alien 3, the original screenplay for that, they were supposed to be, and actually in the Dave Fincher version as well, they show that the alien species, when the face hugger attaches to a being, it replicates that being's DNA with alien qualities. And the reason why the alien on board our ship became so violent may be because of us, not because of this species. These may actually be legit crew members.
Yeah, Copa, the cinematography.
It's a good point.
It is the way the lighting. So you have the weird lighting, the layer, and then just that beam of light. It's beautiful. And the background, just that weird effing background. The Geiger design.
Yeah.
HR Geiger.
Man,
Well, it's like Copa said, it's the filmmakers are letting you use your imagination, unlike today where they
Yes.
would just have to show you everything, and it would have to be
Yes.
dazzling and CGI spectacle.
Well,
and
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's where
and they would be
Prometheus
putting
and
words on the
Covenant.
screen to tell
fuck
you
it
what
up.
it is.
yeah, like this is just perfect because you're like, what the hell's behind there? Why is it dark? How big is this place? It's like, wow.
And then we get the dim shape of the eggs beneath,
Mm.
and you're like, and these are actually
Those are,
eggs. They're
those are
not
avocados.
avocados. Son
Oh,
of a
Are
bitch.
you sure?
Nice.
Well,
No, it's not.
the thing that got me is that the whole ship looks sort of organic to start
Mhm.
with.
Yes.
So
Creepy.
when I first saw it, I was like, is this part of the ship? I mean, it's obvious they're eggs. Anybody would know that. And then the way the tops look, once you look at them, you're like, oh yeah, those are going to open up and something
exactly.
not fun is
It's
going
like,
to come out of
yeah,
there.
it's like
I'm not
don't touch the
hanging
eggs,
around.
please. Please
And
don't.
then
Stop.
Then he
And then he
puts
starts-
his head in the
remember-
opening like this.
Yeah. Smart.
Remember how weird the egg
Mhm.
reacted though? It
Mhm.
did like the little air
Yeah.
burst, and it was just peculiar. It was just bizarre.
I think they filmed that by just flipping it upside down and having it run off of it to where it looked like it was going up, but it was
Mhm.
Yes.
actually shot the other way. But
It
that
was a
made
hint at the acid. That was basically
Right.
what that was. It was
and
a
then you
hint
see
at
it
acid.
moving inside. I'd have been like,
Yeah.
nah, dog, I'm out.
Yeah.
Dude, exactly.
The
Bye.
first time I heard how they
Fuck
filmed
this.
this, I laughed my ass off. It's literally
Yeah.
it's Ridley's hands
Great.
inside of there, just wiggling around, and it's a
Impressive.
lens effect of the plastic that's making it look like something organic, but it's just his hands in there, just going like this.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's the
Amazing.
whole
Wow.
gag. It
Amazing.
blows my mind. It makes me giggle every single time. It's so great. Classic movie.
Bro.
magic.
It's almost like the Alfred Hitchcock, his cameos.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. That's true too.
The other
Easter egg.
thing, correct me if I'm wrong, is it made a sound when it opened, right? It kind of like
Yeah.
It was like a
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
Yeah,
wet.
like a seal
Yeah,
breaking or something.
creepy sound.
I,
Yeah, like
And this
cracking
looks
open a
great.
watermelon.
actually,
You know,
I wouldn't
it's
get
like
that
some
close. I wouldn't have gotten that close to see that. The minute that thing opens, I'm done.
Mhm.
If,
Yes,
if
like,
I
I gotta go.
if I remember, this is just like a liver or something that they.
Yeah, it's an
threw over it.
actual piece of meat. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a piece of chicken cutlet or something like that they threw on top of there. They were never
And
allowed to do
naturally-
that ever again, by the way.
Threw his face
Mm.
right on top of it. My God.
Yeah. This is
Really?
good.
Why not?
Yes.
It's just
How
it's
could
already a
possibly-
dead animal.
Strange
Yeah.
egg. Oh shit!
Whoops.
It was at this point that he realized he was far too rambunctious.
This is the only part of kind of the
Yeah, they,
movie where I was like, okay. Like I was like, how did he get through there? And
Well, it melted through there.
right, but
You find out
wouldn't that have
later, but
melted
yeah.
his face.
Yeah,
Like-
but we didn't know. Oh, you know what? You're right, actually, because it probably
is-
would have caused damage.
I just didn't. I could see if it was strong enough and it like busted through. That was the only time I was like, really? Okay, whatever.
But
Yeah,
it
this is-
could
this
also
is
be,
the, they filmed the Hey
This
Space
is-
Hugger
Hey, Flaccid.
backwards.
Yeah.
They filmed it and then
Yeah,
played
this-
it backwards to get it jumping out.
This is this is the second half to fuck around and find out.
Yes, yes, this would be the
Big
find
time.
out part. And then you just get this silence. You get this dead. You get kind of dead air for a minute. They don't follow up on that scene and immediately, and that's the best thing that they could have done. If you saw them scrambling around trying to pull him up, you don't need to see any of that.
Mhm.
It
No.
doesn't matter. Plot wise, it's irrelevant. And it just would have added extra bullshit.
It does explain why Lambert is just such a wreck for the rest of the film. She's gone. She's just totally shattered after that.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine she drags this guy completely unconscious up his wire, and they discover this thing is attached to his face, melted through the helmet. She must have been like, I'm
and
done.
around his neck.
I'm done. I'm done. Where's the bathroom? I gotta go.
Yeah. Ash on Alec
That's
Baldwin.
pretty good.
Well played, Copa.
That's good, Copa.
Well played. Oh my God. So now they get him up on the platform and they're bringing him up and hey, open up the damn ship. Kane's got something stuck to his face.
Yeah. Open up the
Ripley's like,
ship.
wait a minute.
Strange,
No, what about a
strange
quarantine
organism?
protocol?
And Ripley's like, no,
No.
I'm not letting you in the ship. Open the damn door, Ripley. Open the door. You could kill us all. No, I won't. And she stays so calm during this, though.
Yeah.
Dallas is getting pissed off.
That's because let me reiterate this. She's a trained ship's officer, right? So she has
Yeah.
training. She's a leader. She's been in this position for some time. If she's the second in command, so it's not like this is her first time out or anything.
Yeah.
It possibly could be.
She's
So-
not letting her emotions dictate anything.
Right,
It's just-
and
yeah.
she is 100% correct. Because look what happens.
Yeah.
She's following protocol. Protocols are
Yeah,
there for a reason.
protocol's for a reason. Exactly.
But Ash has his own motivations. So protocols are irrelevant to him. That would get in the way of what he's doing.
Yep.
I'm opening the door because I'm a robot and I can't die. But you don't know he's
Well,
a robot yet. You
He
just think
knows
he's a
dead
dick.
men tell no
Bilbo.
tales, right? This
Darn
is
it, Bilbo.
Yeah, damn it, Bill.
Yeah.
Bilbo,
yeah.
open the net door, man.
Hey, it's a ring. It's a shiny ring.
It's also the fifth
And
element.
look
as well.
at her face. This is the face. Like,
She's like, God damn it.
So how many
Because she
times
knows.
does this actor worship like a perfect being? The ring,
Look how thick that
the fifth
glass is.
element, the alien.
Mhm.
Ian Holm, the worshiper of things. So
That
yeah,
really
that
got me.
glass is
Yeah.
um
That's how thick that is.
ugh. And you can see the stain from the acid inside there as well.
Yeah. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, and that's a good thing because the blood is like a yellowish ichor or whatever.
Ugh.
So
That looks good.
Ugh.
It's amazing.
Like pea soup.
This thing put me off
Pea
a
soup
crab
color.
for like years.
Yeah,
But
I
again,
like.
it's a simple but elegant design. It's a
Yes, I
big
was gonna
bug
say.
that does, you know,
Yeah.
it's not. It also it looks real. It looks
Mhm.
organic. It doesn't look like a prop.
yeah, how they
Yeah.
got the tail to tighten around the neck
Oh, that's wild.
looks
Yeah.
it's really real.
Yeah, they filmed it backwards again. There's a lot of backwards photography effects in this. They would leave it really tight. They would pull it on really tight and film it, and then reverse that so it looks like it tightens up.
What was Yaphet Kotto's name in this? I should bring that up because I'm going to regret not knowing what that is. What the hell?
I
is
just
his
like the looks on their
Oh, it's Parker.
faces of
name? Parker.
what
Thank you.
the
Gosh.
this
Parker.
this entire look is like, what the
Well, they're
fuck?
just maintenance
Yes.
people. They're like what the hell? We don't know what the hell this is. They're scared.
Why?
of
We're not
it.
trained for this.
I
I mean, nobody does, but they're already pissed off that I'm making enough money. Now they see a freaking alien attached to somebody's face.
This is not part of my contract. I am not
No.
getting paid for this.
Nope.
Look at that.
And
Look at
he's,
that.
as he's trying to pull the finger off, it's tightening around his neck. And
Yeah,
I
that was
like,
good.
Oh my god, that's great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they're having this. You know, they don't really know what to do here.
Well,
Now
the
they're having
doctor
this
knows
issue
what to do here. He's
Well, yeah,
reluctant.
that's true.
Well, he's experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
Kill him.
One other
Now
thing
they're
that
doing the-
One other thing that
Go ahead.
even as a kid used to kind of get me is the masks they're wearing. There's like a hole at the bottom where like a tube should go in. Like these masks aren't doing anything. They're just plastic things over their face. So I
That
get
sounds
that
familiar, oddly.
it was
Company-
it was expedient
company
for
policy.
shooting, and you can look past it, but still, even as like a 12-year-old kid, I was like, this don't look like you're gonna do anything.
Well,
Well,
Wait,
yeah.
White Bear, what?
you could just sci-fi a little gadget into the mask that makes it
That's
all
to say,
possible.
we've learned a
Yeah.
lot in the last few years about how useless masks are. So
That's true too.
just not just here.
Yeah, I know, right?
And it started.
Foreshadowing. They had no idea.
Yes, they knew. They knew.
I also
So
thought
they can tell
this
it's
was
got
cool.
this shit down his throat.
Oh, look at that.
Feeding
Yeah,
him
it's
air.
breathing for him. Yeah.
Well, that's
Too many
fucked up.
jokes.
I'd like to get it off his face. You know, I could try cutting it off, but it could kill him.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this. I'm gonna go make a movie with Tom
Wait.
Cruise later on.
And he's like, you'll take responsibility. I don't need this shit.
Fuck this.
So he makes Dallas take responsibility. He's like, you'll take responsibility if something goes wrong. He's like, yeah, I'll take responsibility. I'm the captain. It's my responsibility anywhere. You're getting a close up of the useless mask.
The
just
mask.
swinging up.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Ash wanted to put him in cold storage, right?
Right.
Yeah,
That was
to bring
his
him home.
recommendation, right? Which was okay, yeah. Which was probably what he was instructed to do in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's got his little laser cutter here and cut and snip and.
I would,
Yep.
I
Everybody's
would
wearing
like to know
condoms.
how
That's
they
fun.
did this
Um,
acid effect on the floor where it
It's
just melts.
look at it. It's
through.
styrofoam. You can see it's styrofoam.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, because if you
That's
drop like
good.
well, glue or any kind of agent, on it,
Gasoline
it'll
will do it.
immediately.
Gasoline
Yeah.
will do that to styrofoam in a second.
Yeah,
So,
certain
but it
kinds
is a
of,
great
spray
effect.
paint will, too.
It is awesome.
Copa. Copa.
Yeah, it's just a
wow.
material effect. It's just
Jesus,
totally-
Copa.
Wow.
Wait.
Wow.
What? Oh, Copa! Copa! Shit like that's happening in a situation to a head.
Come on,
man.
buddy.
Well, since
Deep
it's
throat.
actually depositing
Space.
the egg in him, wouldn't it be a female then? Or it has
Well,
no gender. It's
yeah.
gender
Maybe-
neutral.
maybe
It's
it's
gender
just
neutral. I'm
gender
sorry.
neutral.
General
Yeah.
neutral. It
Gender
doesn't
neutral.
matter if it's
Jeez.
Australian.
They, them.
Yeah, it's
Misgendering
depositing
people
the
here.
egg in the center, and the whole human body is basically just a yolk.
There you go.
You're a
He's
young.
making,
Wow, look
he's
at
making
that.
an omelet.
like a Cadbury's yolk, or
Ooh.
No,
It's going to
well,
eat
there
the
is
human
no-
being. You know, it's
Well,
going to use
that-
it as food stuff.
so it is a
Then that-
Cadbury's yolk then.
then,
Oh, you
then,
just spilled the
well,
piece
then that-
on the floor.
then-
Oh man.
well, then that, then that would make the human body the albumin, not the yolk. The yolk is
the protein.
the yellow.
We've gotten far too into eggs.
This is I blame Copa for this, talking about
Seriously,
things going
these
in
are the
throats.
exact kind of things that me and my friends would talk about.
That's true. You
These
know, and
questions
speaking
are
of eggs,
That's right.
Behold, the deadliest species known to man.
What did the Easter Bunny look like when he
You know those are just
planted
avocados,
these
right?
eggs on that ship?
Son of a bitch. Let's make a salad.
I don't know what the
Well,
price of avocados. Would you have to take out a loan to film that?
No toast. You're gonna make a salad? You didn't.
I had
butter up
to
some
sell, I had to
toast?
sell a boat to get those. So we see here that how deadly the acid is, how concentrated it is. It's
Yeah.
eating through the whole ship.
Aliens.
Who's the guy?
Almost never good. That looks. I think are those boots. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It didn't-
Yeah.
Some maintenance boots. It looks like.
That would have been great if Parker was just like, "Oh, damn, my Nikes."
My food.
those are my Air Jordan 3057.
Space Jordans.
Space Jordans.
Does workers' comp
I always thought that
over that?
previous photo was like the bottom of the upper deck or something.
That
Yeah, that.
yes, that is the bottom. That you're looking up at the bottom of the deck,
Right.
So Med Lab is above that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
and it just keeps going, and then he borrows a pen. I don't know why he does this. It's kind of fucking stupid, and then sticks it
Yeah.
in there like, well, what's going to happen if I stick the pen in the acid hole? I don't
What
know.
I also
What do you
like
think's
about
gonna happen?
That's what.
props.
That's
Don't
what.
stick
he
anything
said.
in holes, man. Don't stick anything
Nope.
in holes.
Nope.
These are all
Bad things
excellent
happen.
points.
Yeah, do
bad
not
things
stick
happen.
a certain part of your appendage into that
in
hole.
the hole.
No.
It's gonna burn.
Yes, they're called. Yes, they're called children.
Then he looks at the pen like he's shocked. Which okay,
Well, no, he was
Huh,
checking to
look
see,
at the
see,
pin
a,
too. That's
a
interesting.
chemical reaction like that is like a chain reaction, and he was checking to see if the chain reaction was transferable to another surface.
oh,
That's what he was
I
checking.
think
with
you're
the pen.
giving him way too much credit, Steve.
He was doing
I
science
think he just
things,
wanted to
man.
stick something in the hole.
He was saying that it stopped. He was making sure it had stopped,
Right,
from going through the shit.
right.
And
Like
molecular
when you duck
acid
out
is
a
the only thing
cigarette,
they
you go,
see.
you touch the
Yeah.
tip to see if it's still warm.
Molecular
Just-
acid is the only
no
thing
touching the
that
tips.
tells us
No
like
tip
this.
stepping during this stream.
Wow, we're getting really
So,
sexual here tonight.
It happens. So
Can't take
Ripley
you
comes
boys
in
anywhere.
basically to rip Ash's ass. That all worked. She's like, when Dallas isn't here, I'm in charge, right?
Yeah, he's like,
And
fuck off.
oh, he's like, oh, I must have forgotten.
Yeah.
Fuck
Okay,
off,
great.
boss.
Later.
Now
You're gonna die
compromising my
anyway.
ship. I was trying to save him.
Mm-hmm.
I love the medical symbol above the monitor. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but that's Egyptian.
It
my
is.
friends.
That always intrigued me.
Yeah,
I didn't
me
know if that
too.
was the symbol for the ship or is
Yeah.
that
Well, it could be. Yeah, we see labels on everything. I mean, it could literally be
True.
the apple or the,
Yeah,
Oh, for the gear itself.
for the gear itself, for the unit.
Yeah. When the scene ends, Ash drinks some milk, or what looks
Yeah.
like milk.
Replenishing his batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's because like at the meal he was consuming as well, which I thought was weird. I guess you need to make him blend because they didn't know what he was, but hanging out, and then they get the call, hey, you need to come down here because Critter has departed. And now they're like, oh shit, where'd it go?
He's so passive aggressive about it too. He can't just tell him, come down here. The creature is down here. I need you to confirm this visually. He's so passive aggressive about it. He's forcing the captain to make all the important decisions.
Mm-hmm.
that light thing that Ash has? I thought that was cool, especially for 70.
A little pointy thing, yeah.
Yeah, like
Because
it's a
what is it?
proto
What is
laser pointer almost. I think it's like some kind of a medical inspection tool or something.
Oh, then yeah,
Or-
she.
Right.
The thing just is falling out of the overhead onto her, and,
Yeah, and-
it creeps the shit out of her, and it's clearly dead. But
In all fairness, too, the prop is probably a fiber optic. There's no LED at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But look, uh-oh.
Yeah, probably.
A man is trying to protect a woman. A man is trying to protect a woman.
Yeah, and she's glad for it. She's like, yeah, stand in
cancellation
front of me.
police to go back to
This show is
1979.
Cancel.
This was today. It'd be reversed.
Well, you could argue that she's pulling him away from it in a commanding way.
That's what
in
it
that
is.
picture. Yeah.
But it was so
Now her name would be
instinctual
Karen.
for him to do that because
Big,
that's
stunning, and brave.
what a dude does.
Right. If it was Ray Skywalker, she'd be like, "Get off of me!"
It's okay. He identifies as a she.
But also, let's bring this up.
So he can do
Nobody
that.
on the crew is trying to bone down with each other. Obviously, right?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
That's what
Neither her or Lambert or like some type of there just to be easy on the eyes or anything.
Right. Yeah.
No,
Well,
that much is
before we
true.
move on, this prop, there are
Yeah.
at least 3 or 4 crustaceans, like actual seafood.
Yeah, there's
meat.
like oysters in there or some.
Yeah,
Yep.
oysters. And
Whoa.
So that that's why it's like, wow, that prosthetic. It's not prosthetic. Sorry, they're not allowed to do this anymore. Supposedly.
No.
Why are they not allowed to do that?
It's who knows, something about the food decaying on set and being toxic. Meanwhile, they could spray those freaking gas in the rooms, and it's total nonsense.
that
It has
doesn't
something
make
to
any
do with
sense to me.
That is
food
weird.
and safety.
I could see if
and-
they were using a live animal, right, and then harming it in some way. But this stuff's already dead.
I love
So
this
ridiculous.
theory from Battlezord Falcon. Xenomorphs were designed to fight the Thing. Acid barrier prevents replication. I love it.
Yeah.
Connected universe. It'll be the death of us all.
Mhm.
Matt. So anyway, you got the nasty looking bug, and he keeps poking at it because he pokes at it, and then the legs twitch, which was funny, and it skeeves Ripley out. And she has a kind of a funny line here. It's like, who knows? What'd she say? It blood acid, for God's sake. Who knows what it's going to do when it's dead?
Right.
He's like, well, it was just.
And he's like, oh, I'm so sure it's going to become like a zombie or something, like girl.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Look
don't
at
think
that.
it becomes a zombie. So he wants to keep it, and Dallas is like, fuck that.
Out there,
Or did
it
he
won't be
say that
fine.
he had to keep it? I don't remember. Did he get to keep it, or did Dallas tell him to get rid of it?
I think they only ditched the body. I think they kept everything else. I don't
Because
know.
Ripley's pissed at him here,
I can't
he
imagine
doesn't wanna
Ash
talk
would
about
allow
it.
that to happen.
and so she shuts the door, and he's like, "Open the damn door, Ripley." And she's like, "Why does Ash get to make any kind of decision at all?" He's like, "When it comes down to science stuff, that's the deal." And she's like, "Why?" Because the company says so. That's why.
Yep,
That's
yep.
basically that's the deal. I don't have authority.
It's in this scene too that he reveals that Ash was a replacement at the last second.
Yes.
Yeah.
So ship's taking off, lots of shaking, space shit going on. And then they're back to Nostromo, the whole mother load there.
Which is pretty cool. That I like that the ship was shaking and stuff. And
Yes.
Me too.
yeah,
Well, again, it's not a smooth takeoff.
right.
yeah, well, it's not an ideal planet to land on
No.
either. So taking off would not be
Right.
a joy either.
I would love to see
I
Roman
get the
do the
feeling-
right stuff so that we could hear him scrub through like one of the greatest space launches ever in the history of the United States and be like, yeah, rocket ships, and they explode, it goes up in the sky, moving on. You know?
Yes.
I get the feeling that the ship is antiquated too.
Oh yeah, for
You know,
sure.
it's
Yeah.
older
This is
ship.
Well,
not
they
top of
remember
the
they
line.
use Jacob. They
got
use
repairs
ships
on it and stuff.
for a very long time. You look at naval
Yeah.
vessels.
Mhm.
Nimitz, which is still in service, is only a couple of years younger than I am.
Yep.
And I am not young. Yeah,
I
and
just saw
helicopters,
something
same thing. They
about-
stick around forever.
Some Filipino like tourist boats that were 20 years old when they got them from Japan, and Japan had used them for like they were 30 years old by the time like one of them blew up or something. Yeah, there's a lot of
have,
crossover and reuse.
Here in Wisconsin, they're called duck boats. They're amphibious vehicles from the Korean War. They still use them
There you go.
to do tours on
Wow.
Yeah.
the Dells.
Wow.
we still use F-18 Hornets, and those were made during Nam, I think.
Right. Well, like
No,
the
they're
A-10s,
they're
right?
not all
Don't
that
they-
old. They started off. Actually, the Hornets came in the early mid '80s as a replacement for the 14s.
Okay.
And so, but then the Hornets, unlike the ships themselves, largely, they have been upgraded technology. So you have different generations of platforms.
Okay.
So you have the regular Hornets, you have the Super Hornets, and then da 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 da. So there's a myriad of different things. Aircraft don't get the longevity that something like the Nostromo does. Ships last a long time.
Yeah, I mean, imagine
Gotcha.
this thing doesn't go through any sort of stress other than its mechanical stress.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah,
From
whatever
towing.
Yaphet Kotto is doing in the head.
Right?
Right.
There's no gravity
No!
affecting it. It's all internal mechanisms, and they can all be replaced every single time they ship. But yeah, God only knows what the history of this thing is. It could have been somebody's science vessel at one point, and then it got sold to this company. And yeah,
So they're all just kind of bullshitting at this point about what went down. And then they get
There's
the call. Hey, come down to medical bay. Oh, I had this, and he had his nightmare about suffocating is all I can remember.
Space
Not
vagina
looking
is on
into
his face.
Giant, yeah, they say that space China. That's a very unattractive suit that he's wearing now. I really wish he was wearing anything else.
That's his spacesuit bio monitor set. Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Yep. Because actual astronauts will wear something like that. It has the probes attached to them so that the suit can read your bio.
I would have preferred something less realistic for the scene. So
we get probed.
Well,
Such
either
a
that or
homophobe.
it's some really weird,
dude, fucking
lobster.
Parker's still eating.
He's hungry, man.
Parker is always eating.
Hey, every organization, group, whatever, always has that kind of dude that's always eating something, always hungry, no matter what. Hey, are you done with that? Are you done with that?
And so
he's drinking milk again.
he's replenishing. So he's like because he wants to have a meal before they go back into the freezers.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I have no idea what any of this stuff is supposed to be or whatever.
Just pretend it's cereal.
Yeah, it looks like cereal to me.
Yeah.
Cornflakes.
And a lot of like high-end Tupperware.
Yeah.
Yes, fancy.
Well, there
Tupperware.
could be
for the day.
salt shakers as well on there. There could be a black pepper grinder.
So they're making jokes and fucking around, and then he starts coughing though.
Wow.
And this scene here, the dining table also doubles as a conference room too. So everything on the ship has multiple uses.
More than one function.
Yeah, it's like their meeting room and
Yeah, kind of like a RV or something.
Right.
Now, help me out with this scene as it moves forward. Did anybody other than John Hurt know what was going to happen in this scene, or was it scripted? Or were these?
They did not know. They did not know.
That's
They
what I
didn't
thought.
know what the effect
Really?
was going to be.
They knew
didn't
something
know what
was
the
going to happen.
finished
They didn't
effect
know
was going
what.
to
That's
be.
what I thought I had heard.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
a
so-
total.
Wow.
All the
All the
reactions you
reactions
see
are
are
real.
genuine. They're like,
Mhm.
holy fuck. You know.
Yeah, because I was looking
Okay,
at the faces.
that's messed
and
up.
skills.
That's messed up. Actually, a little bit. That's a little like, okay. Hey,
Yeah, and to be fair, it's like all of this is filmed genuinely, right? But when he's laying on the table, they took a break, they set him up for the
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah,
He had the t-shirt on, he's laying on his back, and they've got him built into the table. And the crew the cast and crew come back on and film the scene without anybody knowing the amount of blood
Right.
spray, where the creature was going to come out of, and to what extent the creature was going to come out. Nobody knew
shit.
any of that.
Here's that fucking cat.
Oh
Look at,
god.
I love Ash's
Yeah.
face here though, because he knows something bad is about to happen.
Mhm.
doesn't
And
the
he's the
cat
only
know
one.
too?
Yeah,
Doesn't the cat
probably.
know too?
Cats know everything.
Eventually.
Yeah, that cat's
Oh,
part.
No.
I told you not to eat the prawns, man.
Yeah, never eat the seafood.
Never eat the seafood. And so now they think he's having an epileptic seizure. Of course, he's not. And just this is great, though. I mean, the reactions here, it's they are terrified. They don't know what to do. And they're in the dining hall. It's not like they're somewhere convenient.
That's what happens when you eat. Never mind.
What, Jacob?
I think I know where Jacob was going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are we talking about small, thin cigars, sir?
Oh, here you go. This was just fantastic. Such a good effect. Because he's doing the whole thing, and then he stops for a second, and then starts again. Yeah, it's just great. Look at that. Look at Tom Skerritt's face. Look at
what the fuck is that?
What is happening?
Fantastic.
Oh, just great. Ellen,
Yeah, she's
She
like,
got
oh my God.
sprayed.
You can
really?
shit. That looks genuine. Like she didn't know that was.
She did.
I guarantee
She had no
she
idea.
probably yelled
Yeah.
at the director afterwards.
That's not
Yeah.
what she expected to be sprayed in her face.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm actually surprised. She's surprised by that.
Right. God, look at that though.
This is just fantastic. And then
Unbelievable.
What the fuck? Look at Tom Skerritt. Look at that. His reaction is just great. Harry Dean Stanton's like, I saw that in a truck stop in Idaho.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. You go into the truck stop bathroom, you're gonna see something.
And then the other guy is like, dude, I ain't hungry no more.
Yeah. It's like, damn, I'm stop eating now.
Oh
my God. Yeah.
And that for you children out there is a Spaceballs reference.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Where is
Space Bane.
I'm just taking a look here to see if Vex has said anything, because she was supposed to be with us tonight. No, I did send her the invite. Okay, just making sure I didn't mess something up, because as we know, I am old and I mess things up.
She's Canadian, so
that's true. That's true.
Wait, she's Canadian?
That explains a lot.
Yeah,
It does explain a lot.
So there he is.
Oh, look how cute. He's got a nice grill.
You know what?
Platinum grilling.
Yeah.
He's all about that thug
guy.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, he's that thug of life.
I like him better than Baby Yoda.
OG thug.
Serves a better purpose than Baby Yoda.
There it is. There's the hell of my baby part. Top hat and cane.
Not again.
I'm sorry, Zach.
Sorry, Zach. I didn't mean. Yeah.
We
All I
It's
said
maple
is
syrup
that
under the bridge.
I was surprised that she's Canadian, and that explained a lot. There wasn't anything negative about that.
Yeah, we didn't say anything bad.
Yeah.
It's because she's really nice.
Yeah, it might have been a comment about her shoulders.
We're trying to get her out of there, for God's sake.
Poor Zach.
We're trying to get
He's
her
like,
out
don't
of
touch
there.
it. Don't touch it. If you touch it, you're going to fuck up my plan. Don't touch it.
Right.
Look at that thing. Man flesh.
Feed me, Seymour.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
It'd be great if we had like a little Terminator monitor view inside of its eye, and it's like, assess the humans, assess the humans. Okay, now scream at them and run.
Yeah. Oh, that ugly little fucking. He's like, which is, any of you who have had
Mouse on a
children
cycle.
know, this is about the same thing as a toddler.
Yeah.
Mouse on a cycle.
Same speed.
Same
Copa
speed,
said,
same accuracy,
it's
same
like
mess.
Copa said, it's a very pro-life scene.
It's like, what the fuck?
What the
Yeah. What happened?
And cut. What the fuck was that?
Was that in the script? Was that in the script?
Even better yet, they reacted that way because it was practical. If that was today, it'd be some CGI bullshit.
All the green screen.
Yeah.
And the reaction
Ping-pong
wouldn't be nearly
balls,
as good.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, they'd have been like, pretend this tennis ball is an alien.
It was an
What does
alien.
it look like? Well, we haven't decided yet. We'll work on that in post.
You have all your relatives up here. Zach is
damn it,
holding
Zach.
hostages in Canada. So now they're trying to figure out, the what the fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, no, they're disposing of Kane at this point. Does anybody want to say any last words? And no one says nothing.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, get him the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, out the airlock it goes.
That wasn't creepy or anything.
No.
Nope.
Foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
So now they got the little bits and pieces here because they're not a military ship. They don't have like weapons to speak of. They have shit that they can use.
Mining
Yeah, they got
tools.
like mining hard
Prods.
charges and
Yeah. And
jury throwers.
probably like arc welders and stuff.
Yeah.
And Ash is still worried about killing it. And he's like, well, this won't break his skin, but it'll definitely, give him a jolt.
Stick
It's
it
like,
up a bull's
seriously?
ass, though.
It's like, wow.
Wow.
Poor Zach's
this-
still getting the beating here.
Where they make the very first kind of like prototype motion detector.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good point.
And then they fuck it up though because
Mm-hmm.
that fucking where is he? He's coming.
Yeah.
Jonesy.
He's
That's
coming.
that fucker's name.
Meow.
It looks like we lost Jacob. Hopefully his power didn't go out.
Internet, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Right now, his whole house is spinning in the sky.
Jesus. I hope not.
No way to
We're
go.
hoping his internet's okay.
There he is.
There.
It's a twister.
Oh,
it's
no.
a twister.
Well, actually, is he back? There he is. Okay.
There we go.
Jacob, are you all right?
Blink twice.
Blink twice.
Oh no!
Apparently not.
Oh,
He blinked
what
out.
up,
AJ.
AJ? What up,
AJ?
AJ?
It's an abomination.
AJ
would like
he
this
didn't want to
movie.
watch the Alien movies. He doesn't like this
No.
movie.
He should like it because he hates human beings and the alien just kills everybody. So
Yep.
Right.
he would love.
Yeah, but it's not a werewolf, so.
Shit. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you put some fur on
It's
it,
an
maybe.
animal.
Yeah. I mean, wolf-like. I don't know.
There's the stupid cat.
Oh, this fucking cat.
And they all think it's
This
funny for
fucking
like
cat.
half a second, and then Ripley's like, now he's going to keep showing up on the tracker,
Mm-hmm.
and they decide that
That's right. It's
Dean
just
Stanton's got to go get it.
anytime there's trouble, pussy is involved.
Whoa.
Wow.
oh my.
Wow.
So it's just funny, and they're like, well, you let it go, you got to go get it. And he's like,
Oh yeah.
keep an
It
eye
It
out
was
for
at this
Jason.
point that
One
the first
problem after
rule of a
another.
horror movie was invented.
Yeah.
Dude, this scene was so good. This whole
Yeah,
oh god, it was so good.
this
Just
space is just creepy
Yeah.
all on its
Yeah.
own, even without the bug in it.
yeah.
Wow.
Really, AJ?
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Is that how you talk to
Yeah.
your friends, man?
Yes,
Yeah, we would do it
obviously.
too. We would do it too.
Well,
So-
AJ, let me know if you want to hop in here, buddy. Let me know if you want to hop in.
Hey, you want to talk aliens? Come on, man.
Jacob,
It's
sorry.
incredible.
Sorry.
The
Hey, Jacob.
are you
entire
with
set.
us?
Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, this was
It
unbelievable.
continues to like look familiar, but then it's not. It's not what you thought it was, and it's like there appears to be a truck back there, but it's not a truck, and
Here,
It's
give
so
me 1 second
crazy.
to do this.
Yeah.
Here,
Like a maintenance bay.
I took fire the scene, but I have to pull it down for a second. I'll put it back up here in just 1
That's what
second.
she said.
Ew.
But there's chains rattling in there, and there's water dripping down.
Yeah.
They're near the cooling towers.
Mhm.
it's amazing
So-
how many
Making us.
people don't understand condensation. That like equipment gets hot right next to equipment that's cold, right next to a
Mhm.
hull that's ice
Yes.
cold.
And another thing too, this is a spaceship. There's like water and shit there. Yeah, and
Yeah.
a real
Yeah.
working a refinery thing. They all kinds of shit all over the
Well,
place.
probably
Yes.
because I would assume they're mining asteroids. There'd be a lot of ice in there too.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, they're not on
Back to
board
the
the
scene.
mining ship. The mining ship is the thing they're tugging. They're just a tug ship. They probably just sit in orbit the whole time.
Okay, look
Look
at
at
that.
that.
machinery.
Look at
Yeah,
this
look
just-
at this.
Wow.
Shitty, nasty. This is below decks bullshit, is what this is.
Mhm.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it
nobody
totally
goes
looks like
down
a-
here very often or ever.
like
Right.
a large diesel plant.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yep.
mm.
Yeah. Like
I'm just
a-
getting
yeah.
home and need to work on. What are you working on, AJ?
Dogs.
You know what? You got to love the honesty at least.
Right.
All right,
Honesty.
fine. I opened my door to you. I invite you into my house. How do you think
Never go
Well,
against the
in my
family.
mouth? You shit
AJ,
in
I
my
will
mouth.
speak to you the same way that Gator's father would speak to Gator. All right, AJ, you go do what you need to do to live your best life, AJ. Go on now.
Wow.
Go be your best person, AJ. Go win your future.
Wait, MV Penis is here too. Oh my God, MV Penis. All right, we'll just keep moving on.
Yeah.
So was that an alien?
This is the first inkling that it's not the same size as it used to be.
No, it's
Right.
shed
Yeah,
its skin and now.
Yep.
Well, and
It's
this is
small.
also just really fucking creepy looking.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
ew,
look at
this
that.
is really fucking
Oh.
creepy looking.
Ew. Alien
He's
foreskin.
Yeah.
This guy has no grasp of his own mortality. He didn't tremble at all. He's just like,
No.
ew.
Oh,
He's
he's
just
seen it all.
That's because he's the first guy who dies like this.
It's
Yeah,
because
no
he's
clue
wearing a
what's
trucker
coming.
hat. Is
Yeah,
why.
he-
Because that's
He's seen,
oh, that's
he's
all.
seen some stuff.
Kitty.
I saw this at the last truck stop we have. They dried up and called jerky.
That's right.
Hey, Vex.
Uh-oh.
There she
Oh,
is.
hey, Vex. Poor Vex.
Poor fact.
He's like, there you are.
Vex.
Yes,
You've got the link, Vex. Whenever you're ready to go. Okay, got it.
Eating dinner. What do you make? Chop a tree?
Um,
Well, it's all
if
right.
there's-
We're
if there's
barely
not
halfway
maple
through
in
the
it,
first
it's not
movie.
dinner, Vex. So
Love you, Vex.
and then we see we see the bug man coming up behind him here. This
That
is
was great though.
there.
That whole scene before when he's putting his
Yes.
face up, like you're just expecting something to happen, and they do such a great job of you're just waiting. He's in the dark.
Yeah.
He's got
Building
water
the
coming down,
Right.
and you're like nothing happens. You're like, damn it, and then boom.
I was surprised at how big it got. Like
Yeah,
in one
fast.
That's what she
molting.
said.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, I was gonna
Not,
say
not to
leave
you,
that
Joker.
alone.
Not to you. Jesus.
And this is just a
Wow.
great the Geiger design for the alien in I like the alien in this movie, I think, better than in Aliens, but this is also a cool.
Yeah,
I
look
I
at
like
the.
I like the smoothness of it, where the ones
Right.
in
Mm.
Aliens is are more textured.
right.
I mean, this put Geiger on the map, which is just
Oh
Okay.
God, yeah.
That's what he's
Especially
thinking right now. That
for
fucking
this
cat.
being 1979.
Unbelievable.
All and no one's seen anything like this before.
Nah, this is
No.
unbelievable.
No,
this
like
is this is
can you name an
ridiculous.
alien that looked this creepy or deadly or strange or
No.
whatever?
No.
I mean,
I like
look,
there's
some of
so
the
much
aesthetic
to it.
cues,
Look at that.
some of the
Right.
visual cues in this design, it has no eyes, so that there's no, but
Right.
it's got a gigantic brain case, so it might be
Mhm.
really, really smart. And its face is nothing but teeth, and there are multiple layers of them.
And they're
It's
they're
like-
like a
It just
silverish
yells
color.
danger.
Yes,
Mhm.
and the coloring of the teeth.
But what if his penis is where his head should be?
Only from
Oh my
behind.
God.
I mean, it is an alien. We don't know.
Not
And
all
then-
aliens keep their genitalia in the same place.
That's what I'm saying.
Star Trek 6.
And
Um,
then that tongue acts as
Yeah.
has another set of jaws.
oh, did we
on
lose
it.
Jacob again?
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Right,
Must have
Jacob's-
been the
Oh,
was it the
poor
penis
Jacob.
joke?
Jacob's in, Jacob's out. Jacob's in, Jacob's out. There had to be a better way to say that.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. Plus,
Right.
you see the shots of the alien; they're very tight. You don't get to see the whole thing.
Right,
Right.
it's like
You
Jaws.
see pieces
That's the
of
Jaws
it.
effect.
Yeah. They don't show too much gore, just
Keep
a
it
little
simple.
blood, and yeah, look at
Just
those
enough.
lips. Look how
Super
creepy
fast.
Enough
this
to
is. man.
terrify you because you don't know
Oh.
you don't know what it is.
And that cat's going, "What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just sitting there like,
What?"
And Parker's
The
like,
cat
"Oh,
turned on
that's
invisible
not good."
mode.
You know, shit.
I'm invisible. He can't see me. He
I'm
can't
not
see me.
here.
Staring up into the overhead.
then the
Yeah,
blood
look at
starts
that.
coming down.
Mm-hmm. And the cat's like, "Yep, I saw it all."
I saw that shit. Don't
Cat's eye
ask me
over
to.
I could have warned
explain.
him. I chose not to because I hated him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I hate that cat.
He's probably like,
so-
Alien, you're such an amateur. You should have seen me with this mouse the other day. I did it so much cleaner.
The cat is an alien too to the people.
Oh shit.
And they're just, it's just the back and forth dialogue again about, well, what are we going to do now?
Yeah.
We had someone else die of our tiny crew.
The doctor and the captain are playing, I'm not responsible. No, you're responsible. No, I'm not responsible. No, you're responsible.
Just slowly unraveling because they really don't know what
And
to do.
this is
here.
actually where they come up
Right.
with the tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is cool.
Yeah, he just pulled it out of his android skull.
Tom MC is saying that I guess they have a lot of knowledge about books or whatever and this stuff is that they think that Ash already had that thing good ready to go.
Oh, just
Yeah.
makes sense. Well, because he got put on this mission for a reason. I mean, all of this was not an accident. I mean, for them, it was an accident. For Ash, it certainly wasn't. He knew what was on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And this scene in the ducks.
Man, yeah.
Oh Lord, you want to talk about tension building?
Yeah.
I always wondered why they were going in the ducts. I'd have just sealed that crap off and then got into one area and
and that's it.
Hunker down. And just hunker down. Yeah.
I guess at this point
But
they still
you
think
can't-
it's just like an animal that they can
Yes.
Yeah. Trap
animals
it.
are scared of fire.
and also
so-
they don't know it's big yet.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
They think it's small. Yeah.
Yeah, they are trying to corral it into a certain area and keep it there.
Jesus, Whitey.
But
It's just so wrong.
I don't know. Talking about tongues and it's like, come on.
Yeah, even these doorways with the
my.
iris closing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
great stuff.
It's it's the pupil. It's that metal grinding. They look like spiky teeth as well. It's like it
Mhm.
just all
Just
of those
fits.
things just are tapping on the back of your mind.
It did always bother me that they didn't close completely though. So I was
yeah,
Is that a little bit giving you a
Yeah.
problem?
yeah, it was.
Well, they were
Yeah.
probably fire retardant.
There's
They were
there's
probably
a,
to
there's a
reduce
hole.
fire.
That was their butt. There was their butthole puckering up after
the
searching for the
anus
aliens.
closing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys get it's just
We're
so
sick.
funny.
We're sick. Children. We're children.
I know.
It's the wrong
Being
panel.
in
to
a
be
dorm
talking
room
about.
closet.
That's true. This is the wrong panel. If you have issues, this may not be the place for you. So now they're tracking the second signal, though, and this is where everybody starts freaking out.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "What do you mean? Where is it? Where is it?
Yep.
This
Talk
place
to me.
doesn't
Talk
smell
to me.
good."
He's like, give me a Z.
Oh,
give
then
me
they have the
give me a
goo.
Y. Give me an X.
And that's if you put your hand in something like that, even if there's not an alien involved, it's never good.
Especially
No.
on the ship with those two maintenance guys running around. Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, I left a load in the service duct.
Especially if it's clear. That's usually not a good sign.
And it's not laundry.
He's
Mm-mm.
like, "What the fuck?"
God.
So he
Always
just
gotta go
blasted
there with you
away.
guys.
And
And
she's
now
screaming.
Yeah, it's coming right towards him. It's coming right
Mhm.
towards him.
Where,
But you're
where,
not
where?
getting a 3D picture here. You've got,
Right.
there's above and below,
Right.
and he makes the wrong call.
Yeah, they need an
Mhm.
isometric on that thing for crying out loud.
So
Mhm.
he drops. Does he go up or down? I don't remember which. All's we're
I think
getting.
he I think he went down.
Right.
Yeah, baby. Okay, I'm sorry. That was.
And then Spock
Wow.
says he appears to have two-dimensional tactics.
Z minus 300 meters. And that's
This
what he's
guy's
thinking.
like,
Z minus
yeah,
300
yep.
meters. He's like, oh, he's so fucked.
He's like, this creature is so smart.
And then out of the blue, and this
Give me a hug.
was a good jump scare. Yeah, free hugs. But they weren't hugs. So
Also, they
look at that thing, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, look
That
at
how
is
its
That
hands are all
bizarre
weird.
hand thing
Yep.
going on is like evil Spock.
So
He's got an extra digit because he's a bug guy.
evil Spock.
But he's doing the thing, man.
I see that.
the
But
shiny
he's not
teeth.
saying live long and prosper.
I'm telling you, the
Yeah.
shiny teeth are what really do it.
Seriously.
That is so creepy.
Mouthful of daggers.
Mhm.
And then dead. Nothing.
Yeah,
Dallas?
it's so great
Dallas?
that quick cut to just static on the radio. So awesome.
What
Yeah.
I found impressive with it, someone convinced Parker to go back into that duct and retrieve that weapon.
I don't
Right.
think anybody could have convinced him to do anything but. He needed to find out what the heck just happened. He's
Yes,
done.
AJ, the aliens are cool. What is your problem with the movie, AJ? You should come on and defend your position because
He probably watched Prometheus one too many times. I don't blame him.
that does not qualify.
Well,
No.
I
Oh,
think what
Tom,
we're
I doubt
looking at
that.
here is that AJ doesn't have February games.
I love Tom.
Jazz hands.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey! Hello,
Hello, my baby.
Hello,
Hello, my
Always
baby.
always show to
When
you.
my heart's on fire, I'm gonna eat you.
Parker's like, yeah, he's fucked. Like, look at Veronica Cartwright's
My teeth
eyes.
are shiny.
You can
So
see
don't be
how
whining.
bloodshot her eyes are here. It's just really, it's
Yeah.
they put a lot into this.
She was stoned.
She's shitting bricks.
She was
Oh,
stoned.
she's fucked up. Yeah. Let's get out of here.
She looks really scared, like for real.
She does.
Yeah.
So either she's
Well.
really good actress or she's really scared.
Either way, it's like this is
It's done
missing
well.
in so many movies. These kinds of breakdowns. I was in a writer's room and talking about the third Iron Man movie and complimenting the screenwriters on saying like how cool it was that Tony would have an anxiety attack. They would literally bring him to his knee. I'm like, that is so cool because that's what would actually happen. Your adrenaline and your body would just start doing stuff and you'd be like, I don't even know what's going on. My body just collapsed.
Yeah.
You know, it's like your body when it's scared and like the food intake, and you don't know how healthy these people are. These are palpitations.
She doesn't look healthy.
Yeah,
Lambert never looked healthy.
Yeah, and
she's a navigator, not an adventurer.
she's
Clearly.
yeah. But
So
you know,
AJ's got shit to do. So we're not going to give AJ any more shit.
AJ,
I got you,
We'll
buddy.
do
I
your
got
shit,
you.
the
AJ.
most important thing
You
about
live
Lambert,
your
You
best
could've done
life,
that earlier
AJ.
or later, but
We
that's
love
fine.
you
Don't worry about
anyway.
it. Don't worry about us.
the most important thing about Lambert is that every time that she screams and goes hysterical, it really helps the crew out.
Well, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it brings them together. It makes the situation stable.
She's like
Yeah,
Terry
now-
Garr in space.
Now Ripley's in charge. So Ripley is going to go find out the what the fuck here. But she did
By the
something
way,
stupid.
This
What
room,
stupid thing did Ripley do here?
She left
if
the
you
door
look
wide open.
closely,
Asked a
If you
woman.
Touche, sir.
Even a female computer can't get it right.
Able to clarify.
Would you like a sandwich?
Type harder. Type harder. No further enhancement.
Like a
Special
sandwich.
order 937. Science officers eyes only. Oh, because override this shit. Fuck this.
Yeah, fuck you.
New coordinates. New coordinates. New coordinates because I'm retarded. Investigate life form. Gather.
Gather specimen.
Bring it back.
Oh my.
Oh my.
And this
31.
ends with that all other considerations secondary crew expendable.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yikes.
Found out she
So-
got fucking pink slipped hard.
How
So basically, the Wyland Corporation has known about these things all along and wants to bring them in.
good for 20
Mhm.
years.
Sorry, White Bear.
Sorry, Whitey.
That's sad.
And then of course Bishop just pops or Bishop Ash just pops into the room because she left the
Hi.
fucking door open. So
Hi.
she can- Hello there. Is that a shiny
Hi.
ring I've heard?
He's like,
Clear the shit out.
My
let me
precious.
mansplain this to you.
Yeah, and then she fucked him up here. More than she realizes. Because
Mhm.
he's got a circuit loose anyway. And then she starts banging him around in the fucking room. And honestly,
In
this
Mother.
still this
So
doesn't
they're
look like a
banging-
good room to have a fight in.
No.
It looks
Banging-
very fragile and important. Don't fight in the brain of the ship, please.
So they're banging inside the mother. That sounds great.
It's that
Metaphor for something, Joker? Something?
Maybe.
So,
you motherfucker.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the reason that he does this is because he's programmed to not harm humans, right? Through action
That's
or
what
inaction. But
Bishop
he's-
says later.
he was
He doesn't have the
commanded-
inhibitor.
Well, no, but his program. It's kind of like Hal and
Having a conflict in his program.
right. They gave him a conflicting program, which caused an error, which caused him to go psycho.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting out of this.
Yes. Yeah, that's what Bishop said. That's why he's an older model.
They were always
And
sketchy.
they were always a bit twitchy.
She's wearing G-suit pants, by the way.
Yes. And she's like, open the door. No, I won't open the door. I want the shiny ring.
It's my
and
precious.
this scene is pretty intense, though. When she dodges past him, and you can see he's got the fucking drip going on now. And she tries to get by him, but he grabs her hair.
Yeah,
it's like
rips it up.
such a quick, and she keeps moving. It's just like, whoa, dude, that wasn't meant to make her feel good.
No.
Slams her around a little bit because she's a broad, and he's just throwing her around. I mean, and I don't know why he didn't go for something more direct. I guess because of plot, but he just throws her around a lot instead of just doing something. Even what he decides to do ultimately after he gets done throwing her around with the wadded up magazine.
I always thought that was kind of weird.
That's really what I thought too. It's not really effective.
No.
Let's see. I don't know. Trying to break her whole skull open or something with it, or
he's just shoving. I think he's trying to asphyxiate her, but
right, he's trying to asphyxiate her, and but also I don't know. I got feelings like he was kind of like you take this, you be kind of thing.
We all know what he really wanted to put in her mouth. I mean,
swallow this. Swallow this.
Well, I wasn't. I didn't feel like it was quite going there, but it was more of just this is what you get.
Did we lose Jacob again?
I mean, we
did. Yeah. I think he's having pretty bad.
He must be having internet issues. Yeah,
he was a good man.
He said his Wi-Fi is having issues.
Hey, buddy.
Poor guy.
Exactly, Dan.
So I love this.
Parker,
and it's just, and he's not a human. He's got super strength, and there's a whole lot of Al going on here. Oh, sorry, Jacob. I mean, try to pop back in if you want to, and if you just want to ride it out, that's fine. It's entirely up to you. But thank you. Sorry about the tornado weather.
Cosmic titty twister right here.
Ouch!
Yeah,
grabbed him by the balls.
And and Ash is just not moving. He's pretty stationary. Then they whack him with a fire extinguisher. And then they
bad shit.
Yeah, because now his head's like fucking loopy, and he jumps on. He gives him another whack. That's where it goes. The head goes off partially, but not all the way.
Nearly
always do the double tap. He did not do the double tap. So now the head's like up.
She's gonna take this.
Take it.
He's just doing one of these things right now.
He's doing a Robbie robot.
Yeah, this part was nuts.
So when he gets back up and jumps on to Parker, and then Lambert finally does something useful and stabs the thing with one of those cattle prod doohickeys.
I never looked at Alfredo the same way ever again after
right? Exactly.
This ruined it for me.
I always like the little orcs or whatever those are in there. I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm. Is that what counter pasta looks like?
That's what counter pasta would look like, yeah, to the untrained eye. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That looks like a wiffle ball. But yeah, so it is. It's just a very. It's not like anything you expect to come out of an android.
Right. Yeah. I thought this was extremely admirable for science fiction that they finally made an android that didn't have like circuits exploding and
it's just weird, bizarre, almost bio shit.
Yep. Like grown almost.
Tells him, he tells him this is the perfect organism speech.
Where's the
you don't know what you're dealing with here. Perfect organism.
Where's Frodo?
Gandalf.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm quite ready for another adventure.
Yeah. And she decides she's had enough of his bullshit and just ends the head.
I did like how when he talked, he had like that voice modulation
Little
problem.
That was
gurgly
really
thing
good.
going on.
Mm-hmm.
So now, and then he torches it, and I like
Melt.
that was great.
Yeah.
Kill it with fire.
You know what? 100% fuck off, Ash.
Practical.
So now they're prepping to get the fuck out of there. A lot of scurrying,
Can you all
powering up the ship. Jacob?
Yeah, this ship is like the life pod, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, and Vex.
Oh god. There goes.
Hey!
There it
Don't
goes.
you say, oh God, Cannoli. I'm the reason you make money, okay?
Wow. She's not wrong, but I have to give her shit. That's all.
How's
Love
it
you.
going?
All right, you're
Hi,
coming,
Vex.
in close to the end of Alien, Vex. I know you've been monitoring, so you know where we're
I actually
at. How
thought
are
you
you?
guys were going to be done Alien by now, that we would be on to Alien. So I'm pleasantly surprised.
No, we're making a lot of sexual innuendos about the movie. So.
That's been
Yeah,
most
I
of the
mean,
movie,
everything
in
looks like
fact.
cocks. Cocks are coming out of people. Cocks are going into people. You know,
There you go.
vaginas
Wow.
you know, going on spaces. So I get it.
Scissoring.
We're having such a
Scissoring.
dick fest going on here. So
There's no dreadlocks being used as tampons. Though.
That was terrible, by the way. We were never
That was glorious. You kidding me? That was great.
the worst. So this scene is cool. So they're gathering up shit to get off the, out of the main craft.
yeah,
And you have this
oxygen.
spotlight on her, and this is just so well done
Yeah, great.
with the
great
scariness.
Mhm.
Because you see, I think you actually see the silhouette in the. I didn't get the still, but you can see the silhouette. And then she does a Veronica Cartwright here and freaks the f out. Was that Peter the
Pops.
Peter Venkman fan site? Peter Venkman fan site. How you doing? Thank
Pops.
you for coming. Pops.
Pops!
Hey.
Pops. What's up, Pops?
Nice.
Oh my God.
Good to see you.
Oh my god.
So this thing's
John,
like
look at
getting
that.
ready to hunker
Scissor.
down and have some Cartwright. But Yaphet
man.
Kodo, he rushes in to save her. It doesn't go well, and it has the Kodo.
Peace out.
Yes, that is entirely true, Matt.
Oh, yeah. She created this whole franchise. You didn't know that.
Mhm.
This is the creepiest
This
part.
was creepy with the tail.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
you know
that's
where
it.
it went because you know where it went.
That's his
I
weed.
guess
then-
we know where it went,
It's
allegedly.
got a
but,
hook on there, and
Mhm.
he just like.
Look at that uncomfortableness.
Yeah, she's like, oh, it's not time for my exam.
Good grief. That's all headcanon.
Yeah, it rips her.
Oh, it's head.
Well,
Oh, it's head. All right.
God.
Oh,
So dead.
everybody's dying.
And so she's going to self.
Game over, man. Game over.
Which is always we should have started here.
Wow.
And it's nice. I mean, it reads like stereo instructions. Steven, you wanted color? This is the color.
There you go.
I was
buddy.
about to
You get
say.
color
by
when
the way.
something bad is going to happen.
Yeah, the red. As Copa would say, danger, always danger. Or
Red.
And this
Yeah,
was
right.
cool. I like the self-destruct on the ship because
Yeah,
it's
me
weird.
too. So cool.
Yeah, you couldn't just push a button. You got
You
to
have
do
to
many steps.
Really
in
commit to
order-
this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Computer. Console command
Okay, so
triple
this is the
A dash
extended edition,
0001.
This was not in the original, and I actually don't think it added to the movie. This is
no,
when
I'm
you go
glad they
down
cut
below
it.
decks and you see the other crew
Secretion.
members enveloped in the stuff.
Yeah.
So, like I said, not in the original, not in the theatrical release. It was
better without it.
cut.
Special
Better without it.
edition.
So
It's better
I have
without
the
it.
special edition. So sorry about that.
Oh, special you.
I'm
And
special.
I've
Yeah,
actually never
yeah.
seen this scene. I didn't even know this was part
Yeah,
of the
I never-
cut.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Kind of takes.
Stanton's character.
Yeah.
You look at it; he's looking like an egg. They
This
mentioned
kind
that.
of takes the mystery out of it, though. Now, doesn't
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it
Okay.
also doesn't really work very well. I mean, in this movie, it didn't work very well. And that there's a reason they cut it because
It was better that you didn't know what happened to Dallas.
Yes.
And yeah.
I thought he just got eaten, like he ate him.
Yeah, and
That's
I
what
thought
I
that was
assumed,
fine. I
too.
was good with that. Totally
Yeah,
good with that. So Ripley's fucked at this point. She realizes it. Scampering around, getting ready to get out of here. And then did she get the cat? She must have got the fucking cat. Oh, that's
She
what's in
grabbed the
bag.
cat. Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah,
in
that's
the
it right
luggage
there.
is the cat.
It's a woman
Fuck
after my
So
own
ship's
heart
gonna
right
blow.
there.
Fucking cats, man. Fucking cats.
She must have
Yeah,
read
you
that.
get the
across
sense of
the
motion
screenplay.
as she's leaving the Nostromo proper, and this thing's going to go nuclear. It's a giant explosion, and this is I like the way this is filmed as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for it to go, and then boom, and then shock waves, and then you get a break, and then more shock waves. She looks like she's having a moment, but that's all right.
Well, she's excited. She's finally getting away. You know, all that adrenaline just release.
And then it just
release.
then it turns into purple haze, baby.
Thanks, Jimmy.
I remember
Hendrix.
reading that because they would spray the actors now with like a glycerin spray to make the sweat look. And Sigourney Weaver is actually one of the few actresses that had a severe allergic reaction to it on the set of this movie. Yeah. So it was like one of, she said that was one of the worst things about, like, she's generally talked very well about this role, but she said like that alone was one of the worst things she's experienced physically. Cause it's on her basically the whole movie.
Would it burn her or something, or make her break out?
She said that she would start getting like hives and rashes. Yeah.
I can see them right now.
Here we go.
Yeah, those are the hives. Yeah, under her shirt. Yeah.
Now this is cool as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
I love this.
This was fucking great. Yeah.
Because you see this thing that just looks like part of the ship.
They did such a
Especially
great
with those
job.
pipes right next to it. It probably knows. This thing is so obviously smart. It's like it must have recognized its own shapes or something.
It's cunning. It's cunning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that?
It's cunning.
You heard him.
Oh, wrong word. My bad. Okay, so
Use the T.
Always got to go for the V. Got to go for the
Jesus.
V every time.
What kind of show is this, Roman?
This is Roma.
Come on my show. You insult my co-host.
Come on my show.
So Ripley pulls a what's the girl from Halloween? Laurie Strode from Halloween here. She backs into the closet, which is what you do. She's looking around, and old Alia is creeping around out there. He's stuck. He got himself wedged into a hole he can't get out of.
I always felt like he was waking up from a nap.
Yeah,
that's what it kind of gives the illusion, because he's been so smart this entire movie, and then suddenly he can't get out of a little
Can't get out of a
crevice.
hole. Yeah.
Like,
So,
bro.
He was tired. He ate like 5 people.
That's true. He's just like, oh, man.
He's got a food coma.
I gotta
going.
tell you.
Yeah.
So
I saw this movie in the theater at 10 years old. So Sigourney Weaver, looking the way she does in this sequence, I'm 10 years old, and I can tell you for a fact that I absolutely never, ever forgot this moment. This was like
became
a really big deal.
Yeah, exactly. He walked into the theater 10 years old.
He became a man.
That's right.
He went from 6 to midnight on the 10
I
years
wanted
old.
to be the spacesuit. I was trying to be the spacesuit.
Oh, that is glorious.
What is happening down there?
It's happening right here.
The alien completely agrees.
Yeah, look, even he's excited. He's like, ooh.
He's moved up, ready to go.
Yeah, baby, put on that spacesuit. Put on that spacesuit.
Yeah,
baby.
baby.
Yeah.
Do I make you horny?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. So with the British teeth joke. All right.
That was completely
That's a good question,
spontaneous.
Pops. I wouldn't want to know what comes out of an alien.
No. Bad.
At least
Especially
it's not
after the
acid.
Yaphet Kodo. You have no idea what's coming out of there.
I just kind of assumed that it repurposed itself to make all the eggs and everything, or somehow like it's like how mother birds sometimes regurgitate food for baby birds, like they do that, but to the queen, like xenomorph kind of deal.
Oh, spider silk comes directly out of their body. So yeah,
there you go.
I like that idea.
So Ripley's getting ready to open up the hatch and try to blow old alien out.
Trying to blow something out.
Too many jokes.
Testing up the different air. I know, I'm sorry. The different air vent lines to steam them out. You know, like steaming crabs.
Oh yeah.
Everybody poops.
She's
not
whispering "Wish Upon a Star," by the way.
Yeah.
She's whispering the lyrics.
Everybody.
Yep.
Oh, different song.
We're gonna start singing, you know.
I know, right? Now the song is in my head. Thank you.
So this was great. Now she's looking out the corner of her helmet, and this goes on for a second, and then she sees, "Hello, baby.
Yeah.
Miss me?"
Well, I like how the chair turns away because it has to, like, it's the whole process. And it's turning away from the alien. You're like, oh no, don't turn away from the fucking alien, please.
And exactly. And then red button alien hanging
at
on.
that.
He's hanging on there. He's like, "Come
Penis
on,
head is gone.
one bad day," and there's some kind of grappling thing here and blast it out.
It's a spear. It's like it's a spear that she shoots at him.
It's like a grapple hook, I think.
Yeah,
Well, because then it gets stuck on the ship.
Yeah, brings him
He's
back
just
to
banging around out there. He's like, "Let me in."
Which, by the way, that's an Easter egg in Aliens. You can see that hook in Aliens.
It's cold out here.
That same hook.
Yeah, that
hanging
same
out the
hook.
door. Yeah. And remember, if you're cold, they're cold. So, sorry, that was a little joke.
We got it. We
It
didn't want to laugh. We didn't want to laugh, but we got it.
Sorry, everyone. There'll be refunds after the show. So she turns the engines on, and now he's instead of being a steamed crab, he's more like a lobster roast.
Mm-hmm. That was great.
Blast.
That was great.
It's such a brilliant execution too. They just it was a lighting effect with water nozzles.
Oh, nice.
So the thruster, what you actually see thrusting through is not energy, it's water.
Vex, are you okay?
Phrasing,
I'm just moving my pillow. That's all.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I didn't know what was going on there. It's like she may turn around and there might be an alien.
at this point,
Now you see that window, they're just like me.
She gives her little verbal thing here, Ellen Ripley or Lieutenant Ripley, Warrant Officer Ripley, what the fuck she is. Last survivor of the Nostromo signing off. Hopefully someone will fucking find me one day.
That was
she goes to sleep with the cat.
That was a great line where she did that. I don't know, something about it was cool. Where she leaves that message.
This movie was so much better than I remember. It was years since I saw this. And
Yeah.
I was like, I loved it. I know we're gonna get into the second one, but God, what a difference in filmmaking and just style. But I love the heart. It was like a lot like Jaws in a lot of senses, where you just sense the alien in every part.
So
of the
holds
movie.
up too.
Oh God, it's so good.
The practical effects
It's,
really.
It was really the first time that they had successfully pulled off full color noir.
Yeah.
It brings back all of the old tropes of heavy black and white film.
Yeah.
I can see why.
I
can see why people like this one better than the second one, because I always compare it to Terminator 2, Terminator 1. It's very similar. Where Terminator 1's a slow build. It's almost like a horror movie, right? This machine's coming out, and the second one's action, spectacle fast, moving quick. That's how the
But you can also see how different the director styles are, and even if you get into 3, also completely different style. So
correct.
But it works in both respects.
Yeah, they're two totally different genres. The first and second one. I mean, one is a bona fide classic thriller, right? Maybe a horror film, but there's not enough blood and guts
Births
for it
the
to really be
sci-fi
a
horror
film.
genre right here.
Yep.
And
hard sci-fi and
hard sci-fi.
Horror.
Yep, and it still holds up. None of the hairstyles look like they're beehives from the 60s. The guys don't have. They don't have like big sideburns, and they're not while wearing bell bottoms and stuff and polyester one-piece suits. And you know what I mean? Like their uniforms look like something cool. They got unit patches a lot, or a company patch or badge.
None of them look like GQ models. None of them. Not one.
No. Matt in the chat says it perfectly. The plot's not as strong in the second one, but it doesn't have to be because it's all spectacle.
It's an action flick, though.
It's an action flick, and it's a great action flick. It's one of the best.
The second one is like a dangerous. It's like a military mission. It's a Dirty
100%.
Dozen almost.
Well, it's like one of these. It's like the second film starts off kind of in the same vein. It builds and builds and builds and builds, and then once the Vasquez says, "Let's rock," It is just
Full
hell
go.
to the bed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Balls in the walls the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could just say Bill Paxton was the whole movie. Yeah. His
Game
one-liners.
over, man. Game over.
That's just great, man.
Oh, you want some? Oh, you want some too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, epic.
So, I heard you guys talking. I don't like one movie better than the other with these
Right.
two because you're
Right.
comparing different genres, which is what you're talking about. So it's like, well, this one's better, but they're so different. I'm able to like them both equally.
Right.
Yeah, they're both solid standalone films. You almost
Oh,
don't
yeah.
need to see the first one to enjoy the second, and vice versa.
No,
Yeah, because she explains everything in this.
yes,
you know.
but the
Yeah.
exposition isn't horrible and stupid like in
Right.
Mandalorian season 3, episode 2.
Ugh,
There's no giant alligators.
It wasn't always like this.
what a waste.
So you know, ship's coming in. It's a big fucking ship. Lights.
These
Something's
guys.
outside the door.
This is like the Firefly crew, and they're just like, God dang it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pissed. Got the scanner
was that?
going on, and the dude's like, "What's that,
Nothing.
Joker?
God damn,
Nothing.
Joker.
Is it Kevin Feige? Is he causing a problem?"
Oh my God. You know, now every time I hear that, wow, all I could think of is Bob Ross.
Wow.
He's going to be slapping that brush and being like, wow.
Let's paint a happy tree. This is a happy
That great
tree.
line.
Wow.
Well, yeah, there goes our salvage.
Smack him right in the face.
We're gonna put a mountain over here. Wow.
I'm going to paint a little
Happy
xenomorph
trees.
over here.
Happy trees.
His tail's going to look
Happy
like a
trees.
cock, but we're going to paint lots of happy little cocks. Cock,
Oh
cock,
my
cock.
God.
Wow. That's
Roman.
So
Always
yeah, there goes our salvage, guys.
no, we're done.
And then we get the nice fade from Ripley into the station, and we're back on Earth. And the station is cool because you don't even see. All you see is Earth first, and then this thing blocks out the screen. This massive thing. I forget what the name of the station was.
Gateway.
It doesn't really
Station?
fucking matter. Gateway Station. That's right. Thank you. Stop mocking Bob Ross.
Sorry,
like that.
Pop. It's not him.
I'm
It's,
not
it's
mocking
Owen
Bob
Wilson.
Ross. I'm mocking
It's
Owen Wilson
Wilson.
for getting that part.
Oh, we wake up to this little
Yeah, this was good.
sequence.
Yes.
Yeah,
Where am I?
we
Gateway
sort
Station?
of wake up. We kind of wake up. This
Right.
is like a
Mm.
right out of American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Paul Reiser.
All rise.
Oh man, he plays
You
this
know-
role so well because he's
He
so
does.
What a
innocent.
putz.
You want to believe him.
What a
You want
putz.
to believe he's a good
Mhm.
guy.
He's a putz.
An 80s jacket. Too.
He's
You know,
a
the
putz.
turn
Collar up.
Look,
Yes. Hey, Jonesy, you fucking cat.
I just wanted him to
Um,
walk up to her and go, "Are you going to eat that? Are you gonna eat that?" Famous thing
Wow.
from his delicatessen
And the-
days.
and this is where she's getting the
The lowdown and the shoulder
no one
pads in
has
his
told her?
jacket.
Right.
Yeah, he's like, what
you know-
suit are you wearing here? Oh, I was a
Yeah.
Beverly Hills cop. Haha.
God, the shoulder pads. It's just,
But her reaction to being this, she didn't, she had no idea she was out for that long.
Right.
It was 72
Yeah.
years.
No,
Mhm.
57 years. 57 years.
57 years. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
57. Why did I get 72? Because
talked
that's
about
how
how they-
old I
Because
am.
you're
'Cause
thinking
you're
of your
old.
own age.
Yeah, you're
Drifted past
old.
the-
All right.
Somehow
No,
she drifted
her-
past the sensors. They didn't detect her until
Yeah.
She's like,
So she's
real
like,
close.
what the fuck? Yeah. Just blind luck that a salvage team found her.
right.
Yeah. Well, one would imagine that poor ship.
And then we
got
get this
thrown
kind
so
of
hard
fucking
by
cat
the
again.
blast.
the kind of the bullshit scene. I actually thought this scene was unnecessary. Yes.
Ooh.
We all know what's happening.
It was just for that
Ooh.
effect. 100% it was just for that effect
Right.
to show that.
Yep.
Right. I didn't think it was necessary. I didn't think it was necessary then. I didn't think it's necessary now. But
It's a fantastic
I
entry
have a lot
point
of
for new audiences.
that's true. If you'd never seen the first one, then that scene, I guess, would have been like, Oh, that's
it's
weird.
it's a visual
But
exposition.
You've seen the first one. That scene is again. It's just unnecessary. That's just my opinion. I have lots of.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Most
When I
better-
saw this in the theater, I was pretty sure I was giggling at everybody next to me that hadn't seen the first one yet. And I was just like, "Oh, you guys!" are
Little
getting
do you
faked
know.
out so bad.
So this isn't the extended version again. So sorry about that. She finds out that her daughter, whatever the fuck her name is, doesn't matter because she doesn't really exist. She got old and she fucking died.
I mean, it kind of
Passion
does
of
matter. It becomes a central part of her character in this movie.
No, we
but
want to
it
see
was-
aliens get blown
It
up.
wasn't part of Ellen Ripley's character. They cut it out for a reason because it didn't add anything to the movie, and they shouldn't have included it. That's why I hate the special feature movies, which I have, and I hate myself for it. But this, what? Say it.
The fact that she lost her, the fact that she lost a child is central to her character arc in this film. So
Yep.
that is kind of necessary.
I disagree. Yes,
And-
I mean,
And
she
you'd be
has
wrong.
the
That's
mean
fine.
thing going on. Look. All right, that's it for Joker. Fuck Joker.
Get him out of here.
No,
Well,
I
the
don't think it was
information is
necessary for
passed
her
on
to have.
between her and Newt. By the way,
What was
she
it?
does
So-
pass
sure.
on the information to Newt. I had a daughter, would have
Yeah.
been about your age, so the
Oh.
information. It would have.
That's
It
what I
was
forgot about
redundant. That
Okay, yeah, I forgot about it because I don't fucking care. So now we're
I
back.
know. We all know you don't fucking care.
Listen, as a woman watching this, when you compare her to a lot of other like female action protagonists, it normalizes her. It keeps the feminine aspect to her because already visually Sigourney Weaver has very sharp features, so she looks more masculine. So to see that feminine edge, it plays
Wait a
really
minute.
nicely for Ellen Ripley's character.
Wait,
Agreed.
Ripley's a chick?
Whoops. Not today. She wouldn't be.
Spoilers,
You didn't notice from the pointy nips of the first one?
Oh, I noticed all right.
Steven noticed too when he was 10.
Even
That's
though
right.
He really
Never
noticed.
got it.
She's having
Never-
to do the debrief with company execs as to why she blew up their fucking ship. And they don't believe her about the alien.
Of course not.
Whoa,
Oh,
one of them
poor Harry Dean
does,
Stanton.
That fucking hat, man.
right?
No, that's a good hat.
I love it. That's what I'm saying.
It is. I mean, that's fucking,
This fucking hat is great.
Wasn't the title of Aliens once called Space Truckers?
oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
It's a total fucking cat. You get in a truck stop. Totally.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, and like I said, they're just pissed off she blew up the ship. And she's getting more and more agitated as she goes along. I think she's getting a little inspiration from fucking Lambert back there.
Yeah.
Well, no, they've been like quizzing her or whatever for like 3-4 hours, and they just don't believe her story. That's why she's
Yeah.
getting frustrated now.
And this chick here is asking her questions.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gotta be
You're
the
telling
most
me you
devil-
found a life form not charted once on however many fucking planets. That's right. Did IQs drop
Yes.
sharply while I was away? Yes, that's what I've
Yeah.
been fucking saying for the last 3 fucking hours.
Imagine this is a 57-year-old record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this
Well-
is like second generation COs. I mean, come on. I mean, these guys are
Don't
probably
we
born
find
at
out-
years even doing this.
And don't we find out through this film that Wayland Corp actually knew about the alien
Yeah, at
planet
the
as
end,
well?
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So she gets pissed and she's like, if one of these things gets down here, you can kiss all this bullshit goodbye. And I love Paul Reiser's reaction. He's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
There goes
Well,
my plan.
yeah,
Well,
that
she-
didn't go nearly as well as I hoped.
I
She's
also
not
like
wrong.
how it's way in the future and they're still all smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's wrong with that?
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I wish we could do that, but we can't
I
because
know,
we're in
right?
the communist
And
state of California.
This scene here
She's
is when
asking
she.
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, this
Go-
is she's
go
asking,
there.
why don't you what send to prove send somebody there to let me know that I'm wrong. And he's like, we don't have to. There's been a mining or a colony shake and bake
yeah.
colony
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
for 20
Yeah.
years.
She's like, oh, cool. They're all dead now.
Yeah.
Great.
60, 70 families.
Yeah. Thank you for
Matt
doing
makes a
that.
good
Family.
point here. How they knew about it 57 years ago to go get this thing, but now the new company doesn't seem to know anything about it. It's like they
Right.
expunged the records.
Mhm.
Well, when they got note data back from Nostromo, they may have scrapped or may have just took it as it was a nothing.
Well, here's
You know
what
what I mean?
here's what Tom says is that it could have been one single like hard charging executive or under executive sent them on the mission without telling anybody else.
Right.
And that's how it got like
Oh,
buried.
I see what you're saying.
And
Just
then
like
right.
because Burke does the same thing.
Right,
Right.
exactly. Right.
That little
So
fuck.
that has a valid point, but then Tom brings this up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is very
Okay.
easy to write it off as it never happened.
So
you know.
this is the extended version again, so you have to see it. So now we are in current time. Hadley's Hope, population 158. This is the colony. Yay, it's a family. Hey, I'm fat. There's some kid on a fucking
Wow.
It's on a big wheel.
Wow.
big wheel.
That guy's eating all the fucking food on that thing.
Yeah, who knows-
Exactly. Everybody's so hungry. So they
knows
get
about-
sent
who knows
out.
about a big wheel?
The company tells them they got to go fucking investigate this thing all of a sudden. So they're like, "Hey, honey,
Hey.
what do we have for dinner?"
Let's take a nice stroll.
I like chicken. So there's Newt.
camping.
Actually, this is Newt before you see her all fucked up.
Okay.
And the brother is her real life brother. The actor,
Oh,
the
really?
actor's
Oh,
his
God.
real life
Wow.
brother. Yeah, he was supposed to be in more scenes, but it all got cut.
I'm glad because I fucking hated that kid. I'm glad he got so
The
Now we got
executive
the-
probably felt the same way too.
we got the little thing rolling up to the giant ship. Okay. Whoa.
Well, I do like how so if they discover something, they're going to get a big bonus.
Mhm.
So they don't
Mhm.
tell nobody really
Right.
that they're coming out here, if I recall correctly. And
Mhm.
they brought their family because that's, I guess, how they roll. So, and they
No
also,
shit.
I don't think they understand the level of danger.
No, of course
Mhm.
not.
Right.
They're
No,
just
because you know
there
what
to check
happened.
it out. Hey, go tell me what you got there. You get a big bonus. All right, I'll go.
It'll be
so
fine.
Dad poking around in the it'll be fine. Poking around in the ship. Apparently the alien eggs have a really reasonable shelf life.
I think
They're
that
not like regular eggs.
that field in there is like a
Oh, probably some kind of
Yeah.
stasis field.
the other thing is that since correct me if I'm wrong, the reason they know where the ship is because Ripley told them, right?
Yeah.
So
She told Burke, and then Burke told them to go specifically.
Right,
to-
but
Go check this shit out.
Mhm.
but before this, no one had ever discovered it yet. on the
No.
planet. Okay.
yeah, the beacon, whatever it had, quit working. That's why they
Yes.
had no idea it was there.
Mhm.
Yeah, not to mention
Okay, so
planet.
Yeah, it's
Dad
planet
gets-
size, right?
It's
Got
a
it.
big planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so Dad gets back. Dad's not in a good way, as evidenced by Mom's big teeth here that we already giant. Apparently, they don't have orthodontists on LV426. So Dad's back. He's got a fucking thing on his face, and that's it. That's the cut scene. And
She's allowed to identify as a horse. Okay, Roman?
These days,
good.
yeah.
She looks- it's not good.
Give us some
So
peanut butter.
it's a it's a cut scene for a reason. It didn't add anything to the movie. And
I
now
liked it
we have
though,
Mr. Ripley. I'm sorry, Ellen Ripley, because I just realized it's a woman hanging out with the cat again because she's the cat lady in her
Fucking cat.
modest. These aren't bad accommodations. They're not great.
What year is this? Is she eating bugs yet?
So it's 86 now.
No. I'm talking about what it's supposed to be in the movie.
Oh,
Oh,
it's like
20
22 something, like
Yeah.
30
Oh, yeah.
something, I think. Yeah.
Matt,
They're eating the
Matt or
bugs.
Mr. Tom MC. I know one of you know this. What year is this? Bureaucracy today. Yeah, no shit. That's
20
no, that's,
Nostromo was 2037, so just add 57 years to that.
I can't do fucking math. I'm on my second class
what do
of
you- what do you-
tequila.
94.
Then
94.
94. There you go. 2094.
Okay,
go.
so Burke shows up to
2294.
her,
2294.
2294. There you go.
Excuse me.
her sad apartment with some stick up his ass fucking, what is
Yeah,
he, a
look at-
first lieutenant?
Yeah, he's
yeah.
he's pretty typical.
Yeah, he's a JO who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That's what you have here. Which is where I actually do have a problem with the movie once we move forward. So they've lost contact with the colony. Shocking.
Shocking.
I saw that coming.
Shocking. Really?
They make she makes some shitty
Wow.
instant coffee for the Marine. They tell her, yeah, we'd like you to come with us because you know this shit better than we do. Just as an advisor, everything will be fine. And she's like, whoa, straight up, fuck that.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
Gorman, thank you, Gorman.
I would have been like, get the fuck out. No way
Yeah.
I'm going back.
I'm not going back. I said no. I'm not going back. I said no. I also wanted to note as we were closing with Alien, talking about Ridley Scott's style with that film. Pardon me. No, it's a joke. That without a film like Alien, you don't get a film like Blade Runner. That directly led to that. I mean, it's a straight line for that style of filmmaking. Aliens is not the same type of movie. It's just
no.
You didn't. I mean, it was really cool, but the things that came after this movie, you probably would have gotten anyway. But Alien really did change the sci-fi genre. Just overall. Anyway, I just wanted
it
to
changed the horror genre because I don't know if you get Hellraiser without Alien as well.
Oh, maybe you could very well be right. That the body horror creep out factor. Anyway, she tells them to fuck off. The cat's eating. He's happy. No one else is happy. She's like, she's like, I just told him to fuck off.
I also like how her sink is like an airline sink, like from an
it's all about space.
Yeah.
Fun fact: that's actually a British Airways bathroom that they purchased for this set.
Nice,
like airplane bathroom. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I knew it was an airplane bathroom.
That's why it looks like that.
I want to start flying British Airways.
Right? That's got some space. Jeez.
I usually just end up with like two fat people sitting next to me with their flesh hanging over the arm, and it touches me, and I try to climb up the fucking wall, and I can't get out of the plane. Anyway,
Dr. Sidney Sheldon.
Aisle seat.
So she's
right about on schedule for Roman to start talking like this.
Wait, not kind. I've only as Alien. Okay, fair enough. I think I've actually seen Aliens more than Alien. But I love it.
Yeah. I've watched Aliens more.
Yeah.
I've
seen The Shining more times than I've seen 2001. So there.
So she does a late night booty call to Burke.
Whoa.
He's like, "Whoa, what do you want?"
Yeah, Obi, why didn't you buy those pajamas that I bought you? You should be wearing those pajamas.
And she's like, just as a consult role, there's no danger. He's like, no. And she's like, fine, I'll fucking do it. Hangs up.
No danger at all.
And the cat's like, are you fucking retarded?
Keep going back. I've seen things, man.
You have not seen what
you haven't seen what I have seen.
Yeah.
I have
wouldn't
seen
trust
things.
that guy.
You have not seen what I have seen.
I saw Truck Man get dragged into the air.
So now we see
God,
the
look at this battleship.
Yeah, look at that. That was amazing.
Unbelievable.
And again, it's a cool design. It's it's
Does
not
it look
like
like
Star
a
Trek
machine
shit.
gun with
It does
bayonets
look like a
sticking out?
gun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it kinda
looks
does,
exactly
yeah.
like an assault rifle. Yep.
But still not designed for any like speed, warp speed, or anything like that. This is very practical. This is very practical to use in the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
You can almost see a Gundam
really?
just reaching down and just grabbing the whole ship.
I did not
Now-
know that. I hate.
now-
Don't get
now
me started
again-
on Blade Runner 2047 though.
Now again, the ship design is really cool in this because James Cameron's first job was ship and model model design for the Roger Corman film Battle Beyond the Stars.
Oh wow.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yes. That's an awesome
Sybil Danning.
Yes.
Mm.
Except she was tiny.
She was tiny.
Love these hyperpods. These are really cool too. Excellent design.
Yeah, like the military
updated
version.
of Seapod.
Yeah.
The set
Yeah,
design, the hard science, the
Spunkmeyer.
the way it's practically
Spunkmeyer.
done. Most of it is really,
I was hoping
really
no
good.
one would point that one out.
Oh, come on, Vex. Come on.
Of course, Coker would.
Like on the Nostromo, their sleeping pod is like a very 60s, 70s kind of, futuristic looking. And this is, more of an 80s kind of. They're all like individual, like almost, they're kind of like almost standing up versus like totally laid out.
Right, like the military has only upgraded the metallurgy of the container and the rubber, like, but it's been pretty much the same design for 57 years.
Yeah.
Like you could just see, it looks like a canopy. It's like a hypersleep canopy.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
very military looking. It's cool.
And there's someone named Spunkmeyer.
Yes, we heard Joker voice. You and your cream fetish. Good grief.
And they're wearing their almost silkies.
Hey,
Oh God damn it!
Hey, Johnny Ringo.
Yeah,
I see you.
Hey, I see what you're putting down.
Look at all of these shirtless men.
Johnny Ringo. I'll be your huckleberry.
Kyle Reese.
Yeah.
So the actor that plays Apone,
Yeah.
he was the only one out of the cast that had actually served in the military. He'd been in the army.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Yep. Ridley Scott must have learned that lesson. That's the way to get that done. Or not Ridley Scott, James Cameron.
Yeah. Because he's like, "Do you want me to get your slippers for you?" He's like,
And
"Which
Apone is
is
just like,
really nice."
Look, Hudson, I've seen the future. I know you're going to be a working actor for the rest of your life. Don't you go screwing around with me now.
So,
And here she is, Vasquez doing her thing.
Stepmom.
Yes,
Awesome.
Rocking those boxer shorts.
yeah.
Yes.
You're
everybody-
too bad. You're too
Hey,
bad.
Hey, Vasquez. Hey, Vasquez. You ever been getting confused for a man?
For a man?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Have you?
Have you?
You're too
This is where
bad.
they make the joke about aliens.
Oh, yes. They're
Yeah.
Octurians. Octurian?
No, beginning. Vasquez, somebody said alien. She thought they meant illegal alien.
Oh, illegal alien.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we need a wall. We need a wall around the colony.
About aliens. So she
Keep the aliens out.
dressed up like a person who just crossed the border, like a bean picker or
So-
something.
Oh, so they're making
Yeah.
jokes about saving colonist daughters here. Just basically being wildly inappropriate dude stuff, which is what happens.
Mhm.
That's because
because-
look at Frost. You know he's got a girl in every port.
Oh, yeah.
And so Ripley is just shocked at their insensitivity, but she's clearly not been around military personnel. Although, I mean, even on her little ship, it's not dissimilar kind of talk.
Mhm.
But it's more corporate. That's a different
True.
environment
Different vibe.
culture.
He's making some kind of comment about the cornbread. I don't know what the fuck he's thinking, but he wants him to do the knife thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, now that I think about it, Vasquez and Drake remind me a lot of Mr. and Mrs. Cannoli.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
She's tough. He's tall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Where we go with this? Okay. Yeah.
All right.
he's trying to walk it back. I don't think he can.
Yeah,
No, that was nice.
I was trying to dance it around the floor, actually. So
I'll take it, Steven. I'll take it.
How many people cut themselves trying to do this stupid ass trick?
Oh,
After
God.
the
Never
fucking
tried
movie?
this.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim Cameron.
Yeah, I knew better.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I never did this stupid shit either.
His face is.
he's
And
all
he-
here.
I thought you never missed Bishop. Why didn't you tell me there was an android on board? Huh?
God
What do you
damn
mean?
it!
He's like, now that we all work for Google, I didn't think you would even know.
Yeah.
We always have
Okay,
a synthetic
Google.
on board.
And poor Bishop. He's like, look, I this isn't my fault. Oh, you had the whatever model. Yeah, they were always kind of twitchy. But with my behavior inhibitor, I can neither harm a human or through lack of action ever allow a human to be harmed. All right, swell.
He has like
Just
the
get the fuck
perfect
away from
face
me,
for this
Bishop.
role. Those lines coming
Lance
down
Henriksen?
from his
Yeah.
eyes
Yes.
make him look like he's manufactured.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
He was actually going to quit acting right before he got this role. And he was like, if this
Really?
role doesn't do anything for me, I'm going to quit. And this ended up being his best role.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You look at
blew
this
him
guy's
up.
catalog. He's been working forever up to this
Yeah.
He's
point.
been around.
And then he goes on working.
Yes.
Mhm.
The voice
And then
acted too
she
a lot.
storms out, and he says, "I guess she didn't like the cornbread either." So now you're down in the hangar bay. They're loading stuff onto the drop ships, and then you get fucking. This is my problem with this movie, and it's a minor one, but as a military operation of this significance, the highest ranking guy they got out there is a fucking O2.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Yep. Well, now you know why I have trouble with whatever it is over there, Event Horizon. Same reason, same thing. It's like I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got a JO and who I assume is a gunny sergeant in charge of a bunch of asshats.
Yep.
Hicks is a corporal, and he's like the third guy in line for seniority out there. That ain't good.
Yeah, I mean, they would have at least a major or a colonel above this guy, right?
I thought that what's her name, the pilot. She was a warrant officer or something.
Yeah. So she's technically junior to him in rank, but probably not in experience. But she doesn't exert any officer qualities at all, and neither does Spunkmeyer, who is her.
Right.
He's either her co-pilot or air crew.
I will note, though, that both of these films do predict a masculinity that is wavering. There's a lot of kind of soyish characters floating around in both of these movies. I mean, we didn't, looking back on it, we can see it, but you notice that there's like a minor decay in society that's kind of being fostered in both of these films. Where
it's all these cigarettes they're smoking.
And so now Ripley's giving them the brief about what she saw. They say bug hunt, and that's where they make the illegal alien joke. And she's like, I hope you're right. I hope you're right, because if one of these things killed my fucking crew, so you fucking laugh it up, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Just a heads
and not
up,
only that. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, not only that, Heinlein too. If they keep talking about bug hunts, Heinlein is going to sue the whole motion picture. So.
I was gonna say Vasquez is played by a Jewish woman, and they actually just spray her down to make her look darker here.
Oh my god, really?
Oh my god. James Cameron? Are you kidding me?
I don't know. Are we canceling this for brown face?
Wow.
Tom makes a good point, though.
James was based back in the day.
They may have, this is a corporate operation. Burke may have kind of gotten a military favor from a contract they did. And this is all they're willing to send is a fucking nobody first lieutenant and a bunch of fuck ups because
they're expendable.
Maybe that's an expensive fucking ship that they rode in on, though.
Well, maybe not. Maybe have no way to compare.
That gets to the Sulaco. It gets to my biggest problem with the whole movie for me is that there's nobody on the ship when they leave. What the fuck?
I know.
I know, right?
I know.
You leave somebody behind. Not everybody on a ship goes ashore to fight.
No, that's very true.
People. Well, even the Stromo, you had a couple of maintenance guys.
Yeah.
Where's the engineering crew on this? Is it just
at least
good?
they're on a labor strike.
The dumbed down synthetics, which they don't show in this, but I know in the universe they have them where they're more like automatons, kind of. You just tell them what to do, and they go about and do basic duties and stuff. But they're still bipedal and whatever. They look less human though, like their skin is plastic and stuff.
So this is the "How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit" line.
Yeah, right. Really.
Stop that shit, Hudson.
I know later on he say something like, "Man, I only had like 2 weeks left" or something like that.
He was getting ready to be done after this gig, which I don't know how that quite works, but whatever. So she's an officer as well. She's a pilot. That's how
she's pretty hot too.
I don't know where the fuck Spunkmeyer is. He's just dicking off.
Spunking
I don't know
around.
what this fucking guy has going on with his head, but it's bothering me a great deal.
That'd be
that's causing me some problems. Come here. I know how he feels because I've done that. So now we're getting again. She's feeling like a fifth wheel. Is there anything you can do? I can drive that load lifter. Cool. I can pick shit up.
Foreshadowing.
Yes.
And I thought that loader thing was so cool when I saw that.
Yeah.
Why don't we have that now?
Except
for they're working on it.
Have that technology by now.
Yeah. And then they had product placement. They had product placement because she's wearing Reeboks.
It all comes down to power. We don't have to build a machine like that with current technology. There would have to be an actual running engine, a gas-powered running engine, and too close to the back, you would never be able to operate the vehicle for long because you would get overheated.
These are so cool. The gimbal.
Hell yeah.
But
Yeah.
these are just badass.
It's a steady cam harness, is what it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Fucking cool as shit.
practically though, you wouldn't like. How would you go prone with this or anything? So. It looks cool and all. It's just in actual ground combat, it wouldn't be that
The
cool.
Batmobile.
Also,
Yeah, I love
this
The
thing
tumbler.
is a giant POS.
Yeah, it's a airport, like a
Like a tow vehicle.
yeah. And it looks cool in military, but yeah, it's really a total PhD.
Again, just slap some guns on it; it'll be fine.
Yeah, and later on, I got
It'll be
some
fine.
issues with that. Now this is it
The
looks like what
monocles.
they use on the Apache.
Yes. The
Mhm.
monocle.
Mm.
Yep. Nowadays, it would be
Arr.
sponsored by, Sony.
He's loading them into the drop ship. Everybody has their their vital station. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this part's
you got-
cool.
This useless fucking twat though. Really, he has no value
how
on this
did-
mission.
How did you really feel?
Yeah, tell us how you feel, Roman. Let it out.
Well, he's
We're
a
here for you.
JO in charge of something he shouldn't be in charge of, and people are actually listening to him. And I have problems with all of this.
I mean,
Yes.
barely.
I like the music. You got the drums.
Oh, yeah,
They're all getting in there. It's like get in, and all that. Yeah, that whole part was pretty cool. It got me hyped up, especially as a teenager.
Yeah, they do the same thing in a Godzilla movie when all the military is
Aviators.
moving into place and stuff like that.
No, the first movie, it was like very tight shots, not a lot of running, and this one is
Yeah,
like,
this was
action. It's the camera's moving all the time.
Yep.
I love this. It opened up for the dropship. Yeah, this was cool.
Yeah, that was good.
And I like that the dropship actually does look like a military aircraft. It's something that in the future could exist. Doesn't have a lot of practical stuff now, but I do like
Cameron-
the idea of it.
He's got one of the best aesthetics for like military and industrial design. He is just so on top of it. You can see that in Avatar as well. His military aesthetic is really solid. He likes it. He likes the technology. He wants to see it look functional.
If only he weren't James Cameron. So she's asking the stupid officer, "Hey, how many times have you done this before?" He's like, 6 simulated.
Yeah.
Is he's just sitting there sweating and probably peeing himself. So now you get a little bit more of an updated. Yeah, I fly the friendly skies. Yep. A little more of an updated graphic, but similar to what we saw before as far as going down to the atmosphere. Why is he not sitting down?
Because
The craft hasn't landed yet.
he's ready to get it on.
Well, he's gonna fall down and probably injure someone because it's not that stable.
Yeah.
That was a cut scene. That scene was cut out of the
Oh, was
theatrical
it?
release. That's a special edition.
She opens up all the guns because they don't know what they're getting into as they're flying down. Now they're seeing the station itself, the atmosphere processor.
Also, she says in the pipe 5x5, and they use that in StarCraft when you're one of the little units you can use to fly around with says that too. So that carries a lot of cultural significance.
Yeah, I remember she said that. It was so cool.
So you're getting kind of the scope of how big this thing is, and how small their craft is compared to it.
And then Reese is like, we manufacture those suckers.
Yes.
Oh, do you now?
One of the scenes here where they come rolling out here.
Yeah.
Well, not this. Well, they roll out of this vehicle. Michael Biehn was not going to be Hex. It was actually James Remar was cast, and actually was filmed. You see Ramar's back in this, but he had a heroin addiction that fucked it up,
shit.
and he got fired. And they brought in.
Well, good. I'm glad they used him because I like him and pretty much everything. He's one of those great underutilized actors. Now he's like ancient, but back then.
Well, that's ironic. We get to see the former heroin users back. Isn't there a trope about a monkey on your back when it comes to heroin?
Yeah. But yeah, one of these shots where you see Hicks from behind, it's actually James Remar. Because he'd actually gone to London and was actually filming.
He filmed. He was there like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, very early, but
And then we get the the layout of the camp itself, which looks like just a shithole is what it looks
yeah,
like.
it is. It's like a shithole mining kit. Yeah,
But they got a bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
a
it's like
bar.
all of those earlier scenes that were
Priorities.
edited out of like the families and the station operating and showing all of that like destroys all of this mystery. The camera
Mhm.
should
you just
stay put
need it.
with the military operation. It should not go any further than Ripley's awareness.
Yeah, I don't know why they feel the need to do these things. They did, but it doesn't matter.
Well, they did
they're
edit
in
it
the,
out, so
Yes,
Sell
and they edited
product.
it out for a reason.
Sell product.
Yep,
Basically.
Hudson
I
run
love-
a bypass.
You get inside and everything's all fucked up. The hallways like got barricades where they were trying to put up a fight.
And they're still
Yeah.
using filing cabinets.
Yeah.
You're never going to get rid of those. There's
Papers,
still paper.
paperless society bullshit. Yeah.
So there's the
Oh, the
tractor
new-
that we know and love.
Yeah,
Yep.
this was great. God, that sound design was incredible for that.
That thing as a thematic device was
Oh,
so
man.
genius.
Hell
you
yeah.
just
Mhm.
hear that sound and you're already on edge. And if
Your
you play,
anxiety goes up. Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
play
this was-
any of the video games that came out of
Mhm.
this, hearing
Mhm.
that sound, you're just like,
Yes.
oh, crap.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
And it's
ticking
simple.
timer
That's simple.
and the tracking device.
And
Mhm.
as the sound accelerates the pulses as they get closer.
Yep,
and closer.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That impending
Palpitating.
doom. Yep.
And it was hamsters.
The aliens
So
like,
Holes
now
in
we
the
get
ground.
into another area, and it's like, and this is where he says, looks like someone bagged one of Ripley's bad guys here.
So if you've been looking at chat, Tom MC has been just quoting things out of this movie, and it's so quotable, and people have it memorized. Like I quarter and search by twos, run Hudson run a bypass. You
Yep.
know, and that right there tells you how good of a movie it is, or how how
It really
impactful it
sticks
is.
in your
Yes.
Decades later, you still remember the lines.
Mm-hmm.
they're fun to say. They're just it's so well
Yeah.
constructed. You're so excited to remember them.
And we know what happened here, of course, but these guys all's what Burke says back to her is acid for blood.
And then he spits down the.
And then they all decide, you know what? It looks safe enough. Let's all go in. One in a series of bad decisions when you don't have senior military leadership there.
It'll be fine.
Just terrible. So they're looking for like excuse me, just somewhere to set up base of operations.
Yeah.
Going through the lab, and squigglies.
Oh, what do we have here?
Lots of them.
Yeah.
She's like, "Careful, Burke." He's like, "What?" And it's like, "Hello."
That looks familiar.
Is that a little NSFW right now?
That's scissor. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be
That's
sexist. Don't go trying to identify the face hugger. Okay?
Sorry.
I think that's one of those things that makes them even creepier. Is that it has that kind of aspect to it.
Mhm.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
it's like actively trying to.
Right.
I
Yep.
mean, that's its whole life. That's what it
Right.
does.
Built for violation.
It's like and it's like this aspect of this thing's life won't die until it's completed its job.
Not only that,
Exactly.
the way
Yeah.
that it looks and it functions, it's like both organs as one.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
long,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
but it also looks the other way. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's very off-putting.
A little bit.
Yep.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Especially
So are we
You
are we
don't wanna eat
transphobic
off-putting.
because we don't like that?
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course we are.
Yes.
I think you're
Tw-
xenophobic.
It's 2023. We're phobic everything.
Yes.
So, yeah, of course.
So they pick up some motion and they're closing in. They're like, and he just lets loose with his rifle because he's not doesn't have good apparently gun discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And they realize
Yeah,
it's the
no
kid,
triggers.
and Ripley's like, "Oh shit, there's a child. Nice job trying to shoot the child."
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to get her out. She don't want to get out,
They mostly come out
and
at
she goes through a fence, and
Mostly.
it's like her little hideout.
night. That line is creepy as fuck. They mostly come out at night.
Oh yeah,
Mostly.
mostly.
The actress has actually said that she constantly gets picked on for that line. They mostly come at night. Mostly.
Oh,
That's a but that's
Boo!
a much quoted thing.
Yes.
You know, this word or
horrible.
Well, they use that in the 300
yeah.
as well. They had a mirror scene in the 300.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So Rebecca,
The poor kid.
and of course, again, you have a Jo trying to fucking question the kid. The kid is smarter than the Jo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Jesus Christ.
then they're like, "Where are your parents and brother?" And she's like, "They're
They're
dead."
dead, okay? Can I go?
You got pussy faced.
Now it's
They've been vaginaed.
how long has she been? How long has she been living by herself?
Vaginated.
4 months. Is
No,
that
I think,
what
it's
it
been, I think it's been a number of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like
so
2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
2 or 3. Okay.
Something like that.
And this is where she's talking to Ripley about this is where she actually speaks finally. Or
Mhm.
really starts talking. Hey,
Like, they call me Newt. No one calls me Rebecca. Yeah.
Except my brother.
Yeah.
He's fucking dead, so fuck off. Bishop's here doing his own alien probe. I'm glad he didn't stick his fucking parts in it.
Maybe he wanted to.
So now we're probing aliens instead of aliens probing us.
Yeah, it's the
We're
opposite.
Yeah.
probing pussies,
You know, it's
actually,
pretty
is
good.
what they're doing.
Got it.
How does that feel?
I like Vex's description better. Yeah.
What was that, Vex?
They're probing pussies.
Mm.
Mm.
I like that better. It makes more sense.
Oh my.
Mm. Oh my.
my.
The
hugger.
Damn.
The colonists are having a party down in the lower levels.
Yeah,
And
this
he looks
fucking
like
guy.
a fucking dick.
You're making me hate this guy so much more than I already do.
I know, right?
Roman, seriously.
Roman
Thank
will
you.
do that.
I will
Let's
never
watch
look at this
Tron
guy.
next.
Oh God, yes. please.
So driving along. Everybody's along for the ride because sure, it's safe.
It'll be fine.
We're just going to the nuclear reactor.
This is incredibly risky operation given just the limited amount that they know, and they're just
Right.
it's reckless. It's extremely reckless, but that's fine. It's in the script.
That shit.
But the script
Um,
needs the plot to happen.
Well, I mean,
True,
also, it's just
true.
we know that Burke is trying to get a specimen
Oh.
essentially because he's
Right.
getting word from his
But
house. So
ultimately, yes. So it's
Just
just like Ash, the android.
Right.
He has an objective and fuck everybody else, but Burke is relying
this-
on people to protect him.
Mhm.
But
It's
this,
not a fantastic strategy. Go ahead, Joker. I'm sorry.
but just this right here, just like the spine work. This is,
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm walking in and seeing that. I'm like, okay, check. I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, right.
I'm done here.
Right.
Okay, this is not in the plans. Let's go back and
Yeah.
talk
Can we
about
go,
that.
please?
Yeah.
And then
This is
when they go from the camera view, like the video
Yes.
view,
Yes.
to this, and there's like a musical change or something. It really like,
Yeah. The
Yeah,
end
you got
guy,
those
actually,
tonal,
how
like,
much it
grindings.
is.
yeah,
It's like
Busy little bugs.
makes it super creepy.
Uh-huh. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. You get that hollow.
Yeah. Nope. I'm good. I'm done. Nope.
But Hudson says it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Total California reference,
Come on,
by
man.
the way.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is where Ripley is asked the question. Isn't that under the what was it? One
Yeah.
of the reactors?
What kind of
Yeah.
rounds do these guns fire?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And he was
Burke
like,
is just
yeah,
like,
they're-
whoa, yeah, whoa. Hold on
Hi.
a second.
guys, we can't have any firing in there. What?
What?
Now, I do kind of like that they wrote that into the script in order to limit what they could do. Because otherwise, I was like, come on, guys going in there with like miniguns and all kinds of stuff. They're going to kill all these aliens. But if you make it so they can't shoot, then it explains why they're defeated by the aliens.
Yes.
Mhm.
This
Yeah.
look.
This guy's
This
like,
is
oh,
the look.
fucking white people.
God damn it.
It's like, say what?
God damn it.
Kill a black man.
God damn it.
Oh God.
No, but this is
Cannoli.
any NCO or senior NCO
Yep.
dealing with a junior officer. Just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck me.
Here we go again.
Yep.
In the
God damn.
meantime, there's a form of ammunition that came out about like 6 or 7 years after this movie released that
Thanks.
can go through a human body, but as soon as it hits
Hmm.
anything denser than a human body, it shatters. And
Hmm.
it was designed to
Oh,
be
wow.
used on board of airliners.
Makes
So
sense.
it could never penetrate the outside hull. It would just break apart.
Somebody was watching this movie going, "Hey,
Yeah, you know that's.
I wonder.
Yeah, no, I could totally see that. I could totally
It's
see
another collecting their magazines, and they're all
And
really
then-
happy.
I
But these two
crossed. Like,
have
what are we supposed to
shit
do?
anyway.
Use bad language at him? You know?
Yeah.
But of course,
I
the,
take
of
this
course,
one
of
for
course-
close encounters.
Yeah, he whips out the fucking 12 gauge.
Shotgun.
And as
Yep.
for the smart guns, that thing they took out is like a link module. It's not the ammunition or anything.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right. Yeah.
'cause
I
what
could see it
those-
all, maybe even as like a sparker, like it's some sort of a connecting device.
What those guns actually are is, I believe that they're old, like MG42s that they
Mm.
just put like bicycle grips on the back, and
Oh, to make
Right.
them look clever.
right.
But they
yeah.
give us the impression
Oh.
of them being rail guns as well.
Mhm.
Right,
They're not ammo based. They're something a little bit
But
different.
if you pay close attention, you can see a belt hanging off of it when they shoot.
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
blanks
yeah.
probably as a
Yep.
prop.
Right. Yeah. That's how they
Yeah.
get it to work.
Right. Yeah, great.
So this is
weapons design.
disgusting. We started finding colonists.
Ugh.
Yep.
Colonizers.
Looks like a dried prune.
And we got the egg. We got dead
Oh,
things.
Oh man.
And then we find
Check.
this
check.
broad.
Dude, no.
And uh-oh.
Nope.
Kill me.
Kill
Kill me.
Kill me.
But they
Oh.
don't. They just let the thing burst out of her chest like a bunch of assholes
Mhm.
and let her
The
suffer and
flamethrower.
die. And then they kill
Well,
her anyway. And then there
They
it
didn't
is.
know any better, right? But this
Right.
was also foreshadowed earlier too, because when Ripley wakes up and has the
Yes.
dream or whatever,
Dream.
it's like, kill me.
Right.
And then
And that's the reason for that scene.
mhm.
And
Yeah, and she was watching the monitor, like grabbing her chest
Mhm.
and hyperventilating because she knows what's about to happen.
Look at that grill. Look at that grill.
yeah,
That is-
he's like,
ugh.
I'm Mike Jones.
I was gonna say he has a particularly fleshy tone to him. Just
Yes.
saying.
Oh my.
I like- Oh, wow.
Wow.
This poor cock's dead, but she's got a little the penis with teeth coming out of her. And they
Okay.
cook it.
Barbecue.
And they're like, oh fuck, this
They're
is
coming out of the walls, man. They're coming out of the walls.
And then that pisses off the aliens. They just start coming out of
That
everywhere.
That was
that
great.
woman next to Apone, she's the medic, right?
Yeah, Diedrich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for long.
No.
So scamper,
Maybe they don't
scamper,
even
scamper.
appear on radar.
This was a very effective scene.
Mhm.
Because you see them turning in the overheads and just kind of it was because they were just there. They were already there.
Yep.
Just kind of
There was
looking at
kind
him
of
like, oh, hey, what's up?
and then things go fuck. There we go.
Ugh.
Get them out of there.
Okay,
Tell them
get
get them
your
out of
man
there.
out of
And they're doing
And there
nothing.
it is right there.
Everybody's just fucking
Oh
around.
God. That. Yep.
Ah!
Done.
So awesome.
Oops.
And they light, don't they light the guy and fires all the bullets?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he falls down like a stairwell with all the magazines on fire.
And they're trying to give instructions, but Apone can't fucking actually hear anything. 'cause they're
Apone
firing
should have
down
took
there.
some damn initiative and got everybody out of there on his
Yeah,
own.
yes, he should.
Yep.
Apone
Yeah.
was not. He didn't do his job.
Yeah.
And he's looking up, and there's like, "Hello," and then Apone goes dead. Apone. So he's like, so fucking Jo piece of shit with no experience freaks out and just freezes up. I haven't played Alien Isolation. I actually used to play the Aliens versus Predators game back when it was out. And that was actually a good game.
You're talking
I
about
think
the-
you'd
like
appreciate
a
Alien
thing.
Isolation.
Alien
Roman. It's
Isolation's
actually
really
quite
good.
nice. Yeah.
It's a good game.
the one from 2000 was really good, where you play as a human, then you
Yes,
play
that's
as
the
the
one.
predator,
That's the
and
one.
then you play as the alien. And as
Yep.
the alien, you had to like sneak around as a face hugger.
Oi!
Then when you turned into a, then when you
That's just
turned,
yelling at me.
then when you turned into a chest burster, you had to you start out in the stomach and you're looking around. I'm like, what's going on? And then you got to bite your way out.
Yeah.
And then you have to run around and hide and eat
It's a
that.
fun game.
Yeah.
And then it was pretty cool.
And it's Ripley yelling at him.
Do something.
KO that doesn't know what he's fucking doing. He shouldn't be there. Then you get the back and forth of the camps between Hudson and Hicks. Like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. We're dead, man. We're dead. And then Hicks actually takes the initiative to get everybody out of there. You know, weren't for Hicks, everybody be dead.
Yep.
Hicks is a fucking corporal. He's an E4. He looks a little old to be an E4, frankly, but whatever. Unless James Cameron just didn't know his military ranks very well, which is possible.
He probably just got busted down a few times.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because he's more like a staff sergeant, is the way he acts through this.
He's a career corporal.
He's a career corporal.
There is such a thing.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
So Ripley takes the initiative here. She's like, fuck it. If douchebag 02 isn't going to do anything, I'm going to drive this motherfucker. Surely I have the
qualifications. Because girls get it done.
That's right.
He's like, Ripley.
I just farted.
And so she's driving this thing through all the bullshit, breaking through the nasty honeycomb stuff.
Here they go.
Let's rock.
Oh my God. Hicks yelling at the guy. He's like, Marines, we are leaving.
I know.
Yeah, he's like Drake. He's like Drake. Really, Drake.
So exhilarating.
Yep.
Drake doesn't have a real long lifespan here.
No.
He goes out like a badass, though.
But she loves him.
And look at Vasquez.
I like this. You see a lot more alien in this, but the design is slightly different as well. But but it's still cool.
Once again,
I don't think H.R. Geiger didn't come back for this one, right?
No, I don't believe he did because these aren't
He was
really
doing
Geiger
another movie.
designs.
Okay.
He's doing another movie at the time.
Poor
That
Drake.
looks
That looks like it hurts. That looks
He's
like
pissed
it
he
hurts.
couldn't come back for
Delicious.
it.
Yum.
Wow.
No!
Just wow, Vex.
Wow.
And you also set the inside of the tank on fire. Nice job.
Brilliant.
Scamper. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, don't forget, one of them busts through the door, and Hicks has to stick the shotgun in his mouth and pull the trigger.
Yep.
And it shoots acid all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, this soundtrack is just pumping.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here's the other problem I have with this thing. It's got those two minigun looking deals on the front. Why they weren't just ripping that place apart with that thing.
Exactly.
I know.
Like, what the fuck do these guns do? Apparently nothing.
Also, when they're going through the tunnel and that one jumps through, it busts through that thick ass glass. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt
Right,
that.
right.
If that was ever even made out of glass, it would have been like laminated latex in between. You know.
Yeah.
It's not the Batmobile. It's definitely not
No.
the
So at this point, he's like, hey, the axle's broken. You're just grinding metal, although it's still moving, isn't it?
Well,
so I don't know why they need to stop, but they do. And now Gorman took a head injury, but even though no one would notice, including Gorman. Let me get at this motherfucker! I want to kill him.
I can't decide which person Roman hates more, Gorman or the little I Like Turtles kid from from Mad Max.
It's between Gorman and the saxophone.
Wow.
That's really.
Oh yeah, yep.
I also hate the saxophone. If Gorman had a saxophone, it would make him the perfect evil life form. So, they're, again, fuck around. What are that's right. They've ordered the dropship to come back.
And this is where
yes,
not
Spunkmeyer.
Right.
Spunky.
No, but before that, where
Spunk.
what's his name is like, oh, we're screwed, man. We're so screwed.
Oh, Hicks.
Game over, man.
Well,
Game over.
Yeah. He's like,
That's
what
the
do we
best
do now,
improv
man?
line.
No, we're not at game over yet. We're at game over soon.
Oh,
That's
right.
right.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't crash.
Yeah.
If it crashes, then it's like game
You
over.
had premature game over.
Yes.
So,
Premature spunking.
premature.
It
Spunkmeyer's
happens.
like,
It's
I've
coming
still
in.
got cream on my hands.
Yeah, he's
Old
like,
Spunk just had a spunk, and he's
Well-
like, "What the fuck?"
he is on a ship with a bunch of other Marines, so who knows?
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably not uncommon.
That's a
Right.
good point.
Yeah, and they could be
Gotta
pranking
try.
him too.
She takes off. They see the ship coming in. She's like, "Where the fuck have you been?" Uh-oh. Hi, baby.
Yeah. Oh, nice knowing you.
I'm your new
And all
co-pilot.
that. Oh,
So
yeah.
I want
Looking up on the
to
draw.
talk about this scene right here. Okay, so
the salivating of that thing.
and actually, for the most part, all of the female characters in this movie, none of them are incompetent. Like,
Yep.
so the first thing she does when she sees this thing, she doesn't
Go for a
scream,
gun.
she doesn't panic, she goes
gonna
for
get
her
her gun.
gun, and
Yep.
she goes
Yep.
out. She goes out like a fighter, and so I really like that about it.
Yep. Everybody is
Uh-oh.
capable. Everybody's doing something. Even
Well,
Hudson
not
with all
everybody.
his panic.
Yeah,
Except
Yeah.
for
Except
Gorman.
Gorman.
Gorman's an
Except for-
ass.
Except for Gorman.
I'll give you that one. Just to shut you up.
Ruh-roh, ship coming in, not
Rain over! Rain over!
And that's where now we're at the game over scene. That finished
Game
it.
over, man. Game over. Okay, now I got my spot
This
right.
is great. We're fucked.
Yeah, exactly, and it had all that
There.
ordnance on it too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and everything.
No.
Paul,
Yeah,
Paul,
all
Reiser,
their bonus weapons were on that ship.
Paul Reiser's thinking, how am I going to make mad about you now if I'm stuck here?
Great
And
series,
then-
by the way,
and-
man.
Yeah, that was good.
And then Paxton's like, dude, I'm gonna be an ERP, dude. This is gonna be great. Oh, I'm gonna die in that too.
True. Well, yeah,
And then
but
and then
Johnny Ringo. You got Johnny
right.
Ringo and
Yep.
and the younger Earp brother.
There you
Yep.
go.
Yep.
And then Paxton's going to be in another Cameron film where Rose murdered Jack. I'm just saying.
Bitch.
Yeah.
There was room on the door.
There was room, totally.
Bitch.
Fucking Rose.
This is where she said, "Oh,
Selfish.
here it is. They come out at night."
Oh, yeah. Mostly. Apparently, not the first time she's heard that as an adult either.
Hey,
Oh, damn.
So they see this fucking okay. That's great. They're trying to figure out what they're gonna do. So they go back to the building.
And Reiser,
they
he
were before.
totally tells them exactly what they should do. They build a campfire. We could sing some songs.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So remember, when they got there, they opened up the blinds and all the shit on this thing, and then they're like, "Fuck that, we are closing this motherfucker up." So she's fucking around with military gear she shouldn't be touching. He's freaking out still, and she's like, "This little girl survived longer than however long it's supposed to take for."
Put her in charge, man.
So
When you get the blue-haired crowd starts cheering, like, "Yeah, put the girl in charge! Woohoo!"
So they're looking at the line to get the fuck out of there. They got the blueprints, which no one can read but them. And also they're looking at, and if we got to the part where they're showing, yeah. Oh no, this is stupid. So we're not going to look at it.
Yep.
That was just an insert into the movie.
You don't
this
like
is where
you don't like the sentry gun?
I think
I
hate
like the
sentry gun.
idea. I didn't think they were very.
It was really bad execution.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
this is where Hicks gives her the engagement ring, the tracker, so he knows where she is because he's a stalker. Ripley does something dumb here, and I don't know why she does this. Isn't this the lab where the little fellows are stored?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That seems logical. So she puts the child
Yeah.
with the plastic head in the room, and she's going to watch her on the camera.
Nap time
Alright.
with aliens. Nothing could go wrong.
It's fine. It's fine. So you got Dick out of sleep. And they're having their conversation about things that are bad things that are going to happen. Oh, this is where she calls him out on what happened.
Mhm.
She finds out that he ordered them
Yes.
to find this
Investigate
thing.
this
Yeah,
thing.
she-
He's
she
like,
read
how can I
the
know? How
logs.
can I know for sure? How can I know unless I sent somebody? And you sent them to die, you piece of shit. This is all your fault.
Didn't even bother
Well-
warning them about it. Just
This
Yeah.
is venting of the reactor.
yeah.
And she's like,
Emergency
that's all
venting.
very pretty, Bishop. Well, what does that mean? It means it's gonna fucking blow up. Stop having a smart mouth.
So that previous scene where she confronts him, I wonder if he up to that point did not intend to like get them all infected and take them back. But now that she was going to rat him out, he's like, well, I should
Yes.
kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah,
cat's
I
out
would
of the bag.
also go one step further and suggest that Gorman may have known a lot more about Reese's plans than we understand, and that he had
I
a
bet he
change of
did.
heart after getting knocked out.
Yeah, it would make
That's a
sense
good
that he would
point.
do this.
Hmm.
This is how his end. He would make rank more, or he'd just get paid a shit ton of money and get out of the.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
there's a
Retire
pipeline that,
early.
poor Bishop can crawl through to link in to the other dropship that's still on board Sulaco.
Yeah, he's gonna Andy Dufresne that thing.
Yes, except without the ship.
yeah.
It still doesn't look very comfortable.
No.
So he's making
But
his way.
Daddy, who's Andy Dufresne?
These are those stupid fucking guns that didn't make it into the final cut, so we don't need to worry about those. And this is where he's showing her how to use the pulse rifle. I can handle
Sexiest
myself.
scene ever put to
no.
film. This whole
Not a lot
friggin'
of
thing.
rounds. Not a lot of rounds left in this weapon.
Jesus.
See, this for me, this is foreplay. This is exactly how this is what you do beforehand. This is fantastic.
Well, what I like is that if it was made today, she would automatically know how to use the weapon without even.
That's right. She'd be spinning it on her fingers.
I like how she's eager to learn. She wants to pick up the.
Yeah, because she's like, "What's this?" He's like, "That's the grenade launcher," but you don't want to know that.
And the
He's
best
just
part
showing
is
you how
that
everything
Sigourney
works.
Weaver has said on multiple occasions that she would cringe just holding the rifle, and you can't see it in her face.
Right.
Not once. Not once.
Yeah.
You
She does have
believe
good
that she
trigger
knows what
discipline,
she's
though.
doing.
Yeah, she does. She keeps her finger off the trigger. Like you should. Yeah.
And then immediately, though, he gives her the rifle to start patrolling with, which, okay, got it.
Hey, it's better than most zombie movies where they're like, we don't want to give guns to absolutely everybody.
Right.
Nobody needs one. Yeah, you arm everybody.
Yep.
Gorman doesn't know what's going on, just like normal. He's going to check on the kid. The kid is gone. Oh, where's the kid? Oh, there's a light under the bed. The kid's under the fucking bed. Great.
Great. Fucking kids.
So
really
Ripley
doesn't
lays
like this
down.
kid, eh?
I don't prefer children in movies. Honestly, I fucking hated Short Round. I hated all the kids in ET. It's just I don't prefer children in films. I just don't.
Right.
They bother me.
Also, saxophones, Tron,
Turtles.
Yeah.
Fuck that turtle
The Fifth
guy.
Element. He hates all
I
of
fucking
those
hate the
things.
Fifth Element.
You hate the Fifth
I hate
Element?
the Fifth Element. I hate
Yep.
it so much. I hate it so much. It is such a bad
Why?
movie.
What's wrong with it?
He's
No,
Roman.
Roman. That's
Dallas
what's wrong
Roman
with him.
Pass for
Even
him.
Gary Oldman, who I love, could not save that movie. It was so.
But what
My
about
heart is
that's
broken
the
a
best.
little bit right now. Fifth
Mine too.
Element's
I'm
like a
sorry,
top 10 movie for me.
Look, I have a lot of unpopular takes on what other people consider to be popular movies.
You
I
said
don't judge
bad
you
wrong.
for it.
You
I
said
just
bad
don't
takes,
prefer the
man.
movie myself.
We love you anyway, Roman.
I
And it had
So
a
Ridley
rainbow
decides to take
elephant pet in it.
what?
Yeah,
Never mind.
his pet
Elephant.
was
Oh,
a little
yeah.
rainbow elephant thing.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I really like how Newt decided to hide under the bed, which is where normally monsters would hide.
yeah, but
Mhm.
out in the open is where monster can get you here. So
That's
Ripley
right.
falls asleep with her under the bed, which is stupid. They wake up. There's a storm. Ooh, storm. He pops out finally. Poor Bishop. He's the MVP
Oh, yeah.
of the movie.
Mhm.
Starting to wire into the control system to try to get the other dropship down.
Bishop.
Great.
Brought to you by Google.
He does all the shit, and then Ripley wakes up from her fucking nap, and what's that? The strange containers that had the fucking face huggers in them are on the floor now.
Oh my god,
this
these
fucking
creatures,
scene.
so
Oh.
good, man. The tic tac of their feet on the floor,
Oh,
so
man.
good.
Terrifying.
So awesome, man.
And this
Every
was
spider
well
freak
done,
freaks
though.
out.
She's like, Newt, wake up, we're in trouble. There's no real, no one's freaking the fuck out, even though there's obvious danger. It's like, we need to get this taken care of, but freaking out is not going to help.
But so Newt has been hiding from these things for weeks.
Yes.
So she probably doesn't react the same way as somebody who's never encountered them before.
Mhm.
Right.
But Roman, just go right back. Yeah. Look at her face. She's like, oh shit.
Again.
She's scared, but
Again.
she's
Yeah,
not.
exactly. I
but
was
she's
safe.
not
I was
freaking
hiding.
out. The other thing
Both are.
is that the ones that are in this lab they're probably weaker than normal ones. Because
Yeah.
it was
Right.
hot
They're not fresh
and
out the
whatever.
egg.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Ripley's gun is gone. Why she kept it on top of the bed and not down with her, I can't begin to guess.
Terrible
Because
gun
plot-
owner.
And then, motherfucking face. Come on, sweetheart, just a little kiss.
She was thinking of the children, but she actually should have been thinking of the children. You know, like protecting them.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say that it's
I'll
not
go into that in a
like
bit.
a
Right.
full, like strong one is that Newt's able to hold its tail with a bed.
Right,
just
with
push
her
it against the
tail
wall.
pin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm on TV, waving her arms. Burke's like, I'm shutting that shit off. I
Yep.
don't like that show.
Nothing to see
Oh,
here.
ring.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, that chair's not going to work.
No,
Yeah.
okay, I'll try. And she smashes it against the window. Nothing happens. And then she.
That's great, man. Whoever
That's
built
later.
that set, that must have been a spot, because
Yeah.
think about what that glass just did. I mean, she whacked that thing pretty damn hard with a
Yeah.
stainless steel rod, chair. That company must have
That-
been
that
like,
just
yeah, it
bounces
didn't
right off."
break, not one crack.
It works.
Now everything's wet and the giant bugs are coming for them. And he's like, fucking fire.
Right?
And she's
Hicks
like,
is
we
awesome.
don't fucking die soon.
This
And
whole
now-
sequence with Hicks is fantastic. He's so on top of it, It's like you
Yes.
can just see him like a stiff upper lip, like we're gonna
Mhm.
save these people.
Yeah.
It's so awesome, so good.
Well, the water in this scene made it even scarier. It just made that other environmental factor, which is just another like layer of
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's wet and slippery.
Mhm.
And
They got the red light going for emergency, and
right.
and the giant bugs are and then this. She's holding it off.
Creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Here we got you holding the other one back.
Yep.
Wow.
This is great. They shoot through the window and then he jumps through.
Yep, fantastic.
like
He's like,
like a spouse.
yeah,
Like a
exactly.
mouse.
Just like Scarlet Witch and Captain America, or not Scarlet Witch, Scarlet Witch. Yeah,
Somehow Gorman is woke up and tried to find some value, but it requires two other Marines to actually undo what he's fucking up right now. So they blast the
Gorman.
face hugger. Well, one of them, and then they got the other one here. You blast the other one, and then she's like, it was Gorman. It was or not Gorman. It was Gorman.
Burke.
It was Reese. And he's like, well, shit.
yeah. Trapped. Look at the look
And
on
they
his
want-
face.
and they want to kill him.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
like, and he's still talking down to them like an asshole.
I
Like
read
what?
somewhere that actor that plays him, that his mom saw the movie and was like, "Wow, you're a real asshole."
He reminds me of the kid in Pulp Fiction. The one that says what over and over again. That's the
Say
position.
what at a time.
Yeah.
Say what, motherfucker?
Say
Hudson's
what
like,
again?
would you mind if I had a sip of your tasty beverage?
You got the same hair and the same douchey face. Yep.
So this is where Ripley is relaying what she believes to be his plan. And he's like, "You're even listening to yourself. It's pathetic, really. It's pathetic."
Mhm.
So
And he's like, "Nah, fuck this. He's done."
at this
And
point,
then,
at this point, Ripley has basically become the de facto leader
Yes.
of the group.
Well, I wonder how that happened. It's too bad they don't have a fucking officer with them.
That piece of shit.
But here's the thing about Gorman. He already knows that he effed up and that no one's going to listen to him. So he's just hanging out in the back.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, one
So
could
then the
imagine
power
a
gets cut.
backstory for Gorman that he was right on the edge of getting fired from the military. Reese found him, hired him for the mission. You can imagine this backstory where he is a terrible officer. He was about to get decommissioned. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
they
they
picked him.
were looking
Right.
at cutting down. He was going to be he was the top.
He was
of the
the
list.
one.
Yep.
So the power goes out. He's like, they cut the
Oh,
power,
man.
and that's another great Hudson line. They cut the power. How did they cut the power, man?
What do you mean they cut the power?
They're animals, man.
I love
They,
this
them?
scene, where they're getting the signal, and they're like, "What the fuck?" She's trying to seal the door off.
They're in the room. They're in the room. They're in the room.
And he's like, and there's like, they're not there. You're reading it. He's like, I'm reading it right, man. Well, then you're, it's like, what the? And then she looks up.
This
We're
part
like-
here,
Yeah,
man,
this scene is done so well.
when I saw,
Mhm.
I was like,
The it
I
factor
wouldn't have
was
done that.
so high here.
No.
He's like,
He does
looking
it.
around.
Yeah.
Oh, mother.
Oh,
That.
fucking roaches
Yeah,
coming
but-
up.
Amazing.
Oh,
We have bugs.
oh.
We have a
Yeah,
bug
but-
problem.
Yeah, right.
Well, no one was thinking, hey, these are fucking drop ceilings. There might be something above us.
hmm
It's done
Clearly
so
not.
well.
But yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong. This film predates the first-person shooter, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
There was no computer that really ran anything comparable.
Not like
to
this. Not even
Yeah.
close.
I mean, this is Doom, basically.
Pretty
This
much,
is,
yeah.
This is one of
Yeah.
the origins
Doom
of
came
Doom.
out in like 92 or 93 or something
Or
like that.
very early 90s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Look at
Wolfenstein
these
came out in
motherfuckers.
90.
Yeah, Wolfenstein was the first one that I can
Yes.
remember.
Yeah, it was a
Great
direct predecessor to Doom.
So even you look at the weapons too. The weapons are very much like the Halo rifles, where you could
Mhm.
see on the
Mhm.
rifle how many shots are left. It's very
Mhm.
video game.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of video game tropes are being pulled from this movie.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
the amount of influence that this movie had on all that stuff is immeasurable.
Yeah,
It's
The
immense.
radar scope, right, for the map. See where
Yep.
where your bad guys are.
And this is where this little asshole's trying to escape. And it doesn't go well. Hey, little fella. Barely chip the legs is beyond.
Tom
the-
MC, man, killing it, Tom.
But what he's saying is even if this thing blows up, the ship's not going to get blown up.
Oh, good point.
hmm Oh, by the way, for the tendons in the alien's mouth there, it's torn up condoms. Fun fact.
Ah.
Serious?
Wait, what?
Yes! I knew it looked from the. Wait, what?
Like,
That's why you have a daughter.
Like,
yeah.
They shredded it
Oh my
up to kind of make it look like their stuff.
Well, darling, when I do costume design, I am always trying to invoke the spirits that I'm trying to invoke of,
Oh,
the,
Lord.
of the disgusting mouth of a penis. You know, I wanted to get that going in the audience's mind.
Jesus.
God
Which
damn it.
which now that you said that, Vex, now that secondary secondary proboscis jaw just has so much more meaning now. It's awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. It's much worse than you thought. So
Yes.
into the vents they go. Vasquez, fucking kid.
Fucking
Hicks.
Nosferatu.
Oh, Nos, buddy. No, I'm buying you. Oh my god. No.
Oh.
Nosferatu.
Oh.
That is beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
well,
yes,
leave it to Vex to give us the good info.
Right?
So,
I love it, Vex. I love
four bishops out here. The ship's coming in. ETA. However, fucking minutes. They're blasting their way through.
Hey.
Hudson's dead now by this point.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
gone.
Hudson's
Oh,
dead.
you
He got
want some?
pulled through the
Oh, you
floor.
want some too?
There was
Oh,
a
come on,
gift
you want
given.
some?
So Ripley's trying to follow Newt, who's going too far ahead, and Ripley doesn't have good control of the child.
Mm-hmm.
And then these motherfuckers are scampering through the vents. And I like this effect a lot.
Yeah.
Because they like went around. They didn't just scamper straight on. It was like a
Yeah.
turning thing. And it was really cool and creepy. Blasting away, and she puts her foot against one's head and shoots, and then she gets an
Boom.
acid burn on her ankle.
Right.
And Gorman actually does something again. He's like, "You go ahead. I'll go back and see what the problem is."
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm going to
and-
go to self-destruct.
And she, and that's the "you were always an asshole, Gorman." They're holding the grenade, but this is going on at the same time. They got to cross the bridge so they can go up a ladder. Whatever.
See,
The
now
whole
that would
point
be
of
a
the
good
scene is so
meme
that-
of for Roman would be that Vasquez and Gorman sitting together in that hallway with a little thought bubble coming off the side of her head, and he goes, "I agree with Roman of the Empire."
Yeah.
But he
So
He did
Go ahead,
redeem
go.
himself. I was saying he did redeem
Well,
himself.
Did he? Did he?
Well,
Here's
in
the
a way,
deal.
he did.
If
He offed
hadn't
himself.
fucked up the command so bad, they wouldn't have had to be in a position where he had to blow up a grenade and kill one of his Marines. So it's his fucking fault.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
And
Well,
if he
there-
knew what Reese was doing the whole time, it was definitely a self-destruction mode.
Do you remember Galaxy Quest, the movie Galaxy Quest, where they did
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
recruit the
designed
fucked
this
up
thing?
engine? Yeah. Who designed this thing? Let's go
Yeah,
over the
no
bridge, over to the thing, to
The
the
John
really
ladder.
intelligent.
right?
Where's the plank, guys? Come on.
well,
Yeah,
the
that's-
whole point of the scene is so they can lose Newt.
I know, but still.
More
Mhm.
scampering. I love that. I still love that effect. It was great. There's your yes. You're always an asshole, Gorman, but I love you.
I totally
Boom.
agree with Roman.
Yeah, it's still his fucking. And then Shaky, oh, it's too bad. Too bad someone wasn't hanging on to you, kid, so that you wouldn't fucking fall. No big deal.
Yeah,
And
let
down-
go of the doll, kid. Let go of the doll.
Newt,
Down
you
the hamster
stupid
wheel.
bitch.
Yeah. So the kid falls through the fucking floor and they got to go get her. Now she's standing in the water.
Oh,
This
that's
scene
fucking
creeped
sick.
me the fuck out.
Yes.
It was so terrifying.
Yeah, this is good.
And they locate her and she's like right below and he tells her to get down. Okay.
Oh,
Why can't she stand on the
okay.
thing a little further down instead of making her get in the you don't know what the fuck is in it water, Hicks? Nice job,
I mean-
Corporal.
Look at how dirty she is. I'm sure she's been through worse, to be fair.
Well, true, but
Yeah.
it's the idea of being in the water.
Mhm.
Again, you don't know what's in the water. She can
Mhm.
be on one of these little things. And granted, it's not a lot of protection, but at least you
that
are
is
not
true. But
submerged.
one spark will burn right into her skin down to the bone. But if she's in the
She
water,
can move
that
down
never
here,
happen.
move 5 feet down the way. She didn't stand that far away from it anyway.
And
There's
Roman
my
hates
fucking hands.
Gorman.
And I
Hates
fucking
kids
hate
too. Jesus Christ.
and I don't like kids. They make stupid decisions. So
I
cutting
love
through
the
the
little
back,
welders they have.
Wow.
Like little handheld blow torches.
Oh God. Womp womp. Womp womp. Womp womp.
and lots of motherfuckers are coming.
Yeah,
and
they're all coming.
and
This
poor
is
Newt's
so
back
good.
in the
When
water
she's like
because
reading
I'm
the
sure
thing,
somebody repeated it.
she's like,
Here it
I mean
comes.
it. Hurry up. Keep
Oh,
cutting through.
Oh, dude, that's just. Oh,
I got
man.
all these. 'cause
That
this
is
is
The
like
tail,
fucking-
the tail
that-
coming out
that-
first is the creepy
Dude.
part.
that is the stuff. That is the stuff
Oh.
of nightmares.
It is.
Mhm.
That is nightmare fodder. It's perfect. That is a perfect scary scene.
She's got a great horror movie scream too. That's a
Yeah.
that perfect. It's just
Mhm.
high enough to not be annoying and not sharp enough to be like really terrifying. But
Yep.
yeah,
It's good. It's good. So what's the fucking doll head's floating in the water? Whatever. We have to leave. We have to leave. But
Yeah.
Newt, whatever. We got to get the fuck out of here. We're all gonna die.
yeah.
They
And then
take
elevator.
an elevator, which is always it's the best thing to do. It's probably the only
Of course,
thing.
of course, the door never shuts on time ever.
No, it's like the music is playing. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
This is like the Terminator
Uh-oh.
2 scene when he's coming through the
Yes.
elevator with the.
Yep.
Ugh,
Yep.
Very
this
similar.
was great though. The little appendages of the alien.
Mhm.
It's just so creepy, man.
Mhm.
Talking about the jazz hands.
Jazz
Isn't there a whole elevator sequence in True Lies as well with Schwarzenegger with the horse? Right.
Yeah, he's going
Yeah.
up the elevator with
Took
the,
elevator
horse.
up the horse.
Cameron loves his
He
elevator.
took the horse up the elevator.
Mhm.
There's difference. When you reverse that, it doesn't work. So in the elevator, acid. Somehow none of it gets on Ripley, but all of it ends up on poor Hicks.
He got
The
spunked.
script is he gets spunked.
I'm just saying, proximity is the thing. So
Well, the
he's
alien
melting
knew he left the kid behind.
and Stinky, and they're dragging him out. Bishop's still trying to get the fucking thing. It's coming in. So they get on the ship. They and she's like, "We're not done." He's like, "We're not." But it's nice because now she has a full armory available to her once again, which is great.
Now
I like
so-
her ingenuity in putting these weapons together.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so Roman, I actually did a video highlighting this sequence of events where I talked about the strong female character. So Ripley is going after Newt, not because she's a badass and she don't need no man kind of thing. No, because it's hardwired into her to protect a child. So this
Motherly instinct, yeah.
Yes, so this is something that is absolutely consistent, and she's terrified. She's absolutely terrified.
Mhm.
So she has the weakness. She is vulnerable, but she does it because she has to, because this is what a mother does. And even though it's not her child, this is hardwired into her, and it's so it is actually accentuating a fundamental aspect of what being a woman is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Joker, what is a woman?
Well, let me just say that I was really, really, really proud for Sigourney Weaver when she won the Academy Award for this film. She won Best Actress for a science fiction film.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yep.
What?
Really?
She's one of the few that was nominated in like a horror or sci-fi film to get an Oscar win. Yeah.
She deserved it.
For this film.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I did a lot of drugs in the 80s.
Nowadays, she would win just because
tell.
she was a woman in a film. Back then, she won because the acting and the character was great.
Yeah, she was great.
Go back one still.
This is what a glass ceiling
there.
Performance is.
Which one?
Right here. We're watching it.
Next
One
one.
more.
That
There you
one.
Yes.
That one was badass. She's getting ready to fucking go in. She's all suited up. You know, she does a little thing and she gets her head in and she's all ready.
Yeah. That
Right
moment
there,
where
yes.
she's looking
No
into
shit,
camera
dude.
and she gets those Stallone eyes for like 2 seconds, right? She puts on her game face.
Well, here's the thing about it is that she's believable.
Right.
Totally.
All the stuff she's been through. She was an officer on a ship previous.
Yeah,
so
she's
she
a
has
leader before,
leadership
yeah.
experience. Exactly. They gave her some training on the weapons.
Right.
And so plus she really hates the aliens. So, but it's believable.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she
just
has
remember-
motivation want to be there. You
Just
know?
remember, Jennifer Lawrence did this first, though. So,
No, that's great.
Right. Exactly.
just so you know.
What a paver. What a
Pioneer.
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
So blasting her way in, trying to make sure she has a clear path. That's a little rangefinder that Hicks gave her as a wedding present. And now she's at 0. So where the fuck's the kid? Fucking off, doing kid shit. She dropped the
Getting stuck in
she
some.
dropped the thing. It's in the goo. And then
There she
now you're with the kid though, and Ripley's not doesn't see her. This is
Wow. Wow.
That's an awful lot of torn up condoms.
It was just the one instance where
Oh.
it's torn up condoms. This is not. Those
These
are
are
some
pearl
big dicks if those are
necklaces.
torn up condoms, like for real. So
For real though.
and then the screaming starts.
mhm.
And this is where Ripley now she has a different locator.
They
little
used an
critters coming
actual
out.
cow heart, by the way, for part of that shot on the egg before the crawler comes out. It's a cow heart in
Oh,
there.
really?
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And
nice.
even like even in the first movie too, when they're
Yeah.
dissecting the face huggers, like
Yeah.
those are all real like animal organs and like actual
Yeah.
meat.
Yep. They talked about that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like
I think,
oysters.
Oysters and
and
yeah.
stuff.
I didn't know
Sheep
about the
kidney
cow
and
heart.
much
yeah.
like the first movie, these are actually James Cameron's fingers.
I'm going to direct blue people in the water.
The poor cast of the
Wow.
abyss. So
Muzzle flare.
That's a good one, Robin.
Ripley blasts the shit out of the egg. Now this creates other problems because now she's alerted every alien in the fucking joint that she's there.
Right.
And they're like, "Hey, there's someone here."
Hey.
I love that she screams. The first time she pulls that trigger, she actually
Oh
like,
yeah, she lets out a
Let me go.
yell. Yeah,
yeah, she's like
Very
totally
visceral.
overwhelmed at the power behind that. She's like,
Mhm.
it's so genuine. God, it's like,
That
why
muzzle
can't we do this anymore?
flare too.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're like running to get away from the shit here, and by the time she realizes where she is, she's in a field of fucking avocados. I'm sorry, egg. And she's just like, oh, fuck.
Oh, this is not good.
This is a lot of eggs.
There's a lot of
But
eggs.
look, she's like,
and what
oh,
lays eggs?
So what lays eggs? Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Where did all these eggs?
This,
Oh,
we get
this is
big,
just
Dude.
this
nasty
is
fucking thing.
this
This
is
fucking
just
thing.
this is just straight up. This is just straight up like eldritch
Ugh.
terror.
Look at
It's-
this.
This
Yikes.
The egg sac looks like a grub, like an
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
big grub you might find in
Ugh.
like Africa or
I
something.
don't know. Whoever did the design on it did Stan Winston.
James
did the
Cameron.
Winston.
Yeah, this
Did
is James
design
Cameron.
the game?
It's
Yeah.
all James Cameron.
Yeah, but
Just
the execution was
sound,
done
too.
by probably the Winston brothers or whatever, the Winston guys. Charles.
But the
Wright,
actual
Stan
the
Winston.
design for this alien queen, that's James Cameron.
Right.
And then you get this fucking shit. Oh, my god.
Wow.
dude. Look at
Fantastic.
And you didn't, because you didn't know about this. You didn't expect this coming
No.
into this movie, and then you saw it,
No.
and it blew you the fuck away. I saw this in theaters. I was old enough to see this.
And I like how
oh my
they
God.
introduce it with just the little butt thing making an egg.
Mhm.
Then they
Yeah.
clean it up. So you're like, ooh, what is
Right.
this?
Yeah.
And then it gets bigger and bigger, and then you're like, holy crap.
Right.
Yeah, and then it extends its muzzle.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because the head is up in the crown, and it
right.
lowers
And so
down.
then it comes out, and then it
Oh, it
opens
was
its
a
mouth,
great
and then
effect.
and then the
That's a
tongue comes out and opens.
lot. That's a lot of condom juice.
So then the drones start coming out to protect the queen, and Ripley puts a blast over the egg, showing, "Hey, fuckface, I will cook your children."
And so yeah, and then the queen shows it was like, oh, you're serious. Back up.
Yeah.
Back up.
Oh, she's gonna hard boil my children. So we're gonna.
The girl's like,
back
"All
off."
right, I just do what I'm fucking told."
Mhm.
And then everybody gets the idea. They're on their way out, and then front row.
This is so
And it's not
awesome.
like the queen can control when the fucking egg opens. The egg just opens. It's based on
Right.
proximity. It's so.
That's
then
not
Ripley gets
really
that
known.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets that look.
Yeah. At this
Oh,
moment,
fuck
Ripley becomes
fuck
a
this-
total badass.
She becomes.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this
Done.
shit,
Look at
I'm
your
out.
children. Look at me cook at your children. And the queen's screeching. And this
Cue
is
the
just
metal
so
music.
great.
Is it shooting grenades in it?
Grenades into the fucking egg sack.
At this
Boom.
point, she starts yelling because now she's releasing all the pent up fear,
That's
right.
Aggression,
rage,
anger,
anger.
fear.
Yeah, this is her Picard moment where he's,
Right.
he's shooting all the Borgs with that machine gun in
Mhm.
the holodeck. Same
She's
thing.
had it. She's had it.
It's or like the end of Escape from New York. The president.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
number
there you go.
one. Who's the
Hey,
dude?
number one.
Yeah, who ironically is not in this movie.
No, sure.
So it's the one movie he's not in.
Yeah, look at
Alien
that.
getting cooked. They're running because everything's about to fucking blow up.
Right?
Get in the elevator. Uh-oh.
I also
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
real creepy when she detaches from the like.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pulls off.
Crack.
Yeah.
Ew, isn't that like attached to you? Isn't that like a body part?
Yeah.
God, look at
So
God, that thing is just ridiculous. That thing is just frightening.
yes, it's
Look at that thing.
that's because that's not just scary. That's rage as
Yeah,
well.
that is boss, and that is just like boss level shit right there. That is
that.
like,
That's Mrs. Cannoli went out and cleaned the bathroom. That's
oh,
This is also William Dafoe said that he was inspired by the Queen's attitude when he says, like, "Do you know what I sacrificed?"
oh.
Now I'm teasing. I'm totally
Okay.
joking.
Well, I wouldn't, knowing William Dafoe, I wouldn't be surprised.
exactly.
I really wouldn't be surprised.
that wouldn't shock me at all.
No.
So elevator went down, but elevator's coming back up. She's out of bullets.
No rounds, right?
It's exploding.
Cover your
nothing
eyes,
good.
baby.
You think she's fucked here, and then the elevator comes
Yeah.
back up.
Meanwhile, the most famous
Hey.
climax soundtrack ever Like this became a part of every single trailer from here on for about 15 years.
And then Bishop shows up in the ship, and it was good. It was actually it was a well executed. You knew something that it was probably coming anyway, but you kind of forgot about him because you were so focused on the alien queen.
It's quite a jump too.
So good
that they did.
And they also did he's an android or synthetic, and so he's screwing her over. Kind of made you think that because of that.
We're worried about that.
Yep.
He's like, I got you.
So they hop in. They have a less graceful exit. They're crashing into a bunch of shit. Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't know if we missed it or not, but way back when they were like, well, what do we do? And he's like, I say we take off and nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Yes.
I say that with my friends all the time. What are we going to do? I don't know. I said we nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
I say, Superman, don't stop the missiles.
Yeah.
let him come.
But think about Otis
flying gracefully. Who is what?
Otis from Superman.
Otisberg.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck Otis, that fat
Otisberg,
fuck. Here's the big problem with that movie. Fucking Otis ruined Superman.
Yes.
You shut your blasphemous mouth there, Roman. That film is amazing.
Except for Otis. That's fun. Now they're flying back to the Sulaco, the nuclear bomb, the nuclear reactor in the environmental thing goes off.
Yep.
Good effect. Another good effect. The ship coming out's a little bit clunky. The explosion is nice though.
Yeah.
And now they're back on board Sulaco. And everything you think you think the movie is over here.
I did. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
All right, we're going back.
Like,
but oh no!
Hicks is fucked up. Ripley doesn't smell good. The droid's doing fine, and the kid's still fucking there. And she's complimenting him. You did really good. And he's for an android. Got to throw in that little slide. The disarm, get rid of the compliment by that comment. And then this happens. You're like, what the fuck?
God, the queen makes the she makes the worst mistake of her life. She chooses the android as the most dangerous element of these three. If she had done this to Ripley, the whole movie would have been over.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he could have, you know what I mean? Like, because he's not protecting a human, he could have just gone ham on her.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's true. Well, because he can kill the alien.
Well, you know what I mean? Because he's super strong and he's faster.
Right. Well, he still has to protect the kid. So, what the fuck is this? You're just looking at this for a second, trying to process what happened.
And I was like, oh, he's lactose intolerant.
This effect is
the way he just rips them apart.
Right in half.
And I thought, as a kid, I was like, well, they can do this because he's an android. They would never be able to get away with doing that to a person.
No,
without this
not
being,
until Deadpool.
Yeah.
Right.
No, not until Deadpool. This is, again, great.
Not us again.
Nice,
wow.
Nice alien innards.
Wow.
Wow.
He's like,
wow.
She is big and bulky and has lots of arms.
And she's mad.
Have we ever in any of the Alien movies had this explained, how a queen pops up out of all of this? Has that ever been explained?
Tom MC explained that when an alien is by itself, like if it's only one,
yes,
it will gather enough food and then it cocoons itself and becomes a queen.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That actually happens in nature as well.
Yes,
in an ant colony, if an ant colony is destroyed, one of them will spontaneously become a queen because of a certain diet that they eat or something like that.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Well, yeah, it's actually they I mean, it's science fiction science, but it actually does
makes
have
sense.
a nature application.
I mean, if you think about the life cycle of the aliens, if you don't have any hosts, like if they were able to bounce off the planet and leave the queen in there, and nobody ever shows up again, that's it. They're gonna only have like 5 aliens on the planet forever.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And that's what they touched on in Alien Covenant, actually.
What?
But we won't.
What?
The last Alien movie, Alien Covenant.
Yeah, We're
What?
gonna
Hiss.
talk about those.
We don't talk about.
Wait, I thought this was
where
the last
franchises go
Alien movie.
wrong. That's what we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah,
We'll
there
get
you
there.
go.
It's Sky.
So Ripley's trying to distract the big fucking alien so it doesn't eat the irritating child. Newt hides under the floor. Fine. The alien's just picking up grates and throwing them, trying to get the kid because she's pissed.
Newt's little
And then Ripley
squeak.
shows up in the
So
scene.
awesome.
This is,
It's
again,
like a
this
little
is
mouse.
really good scene.
This
Yep.
is a great. Oh my
Get
god!
Get away from
him.
her, you
Iconic.
bitch.
I
Yeah.
wish I could have been in a first-time viewing Japanese audience when this scene happened. Can you imagine
That's a
the
mech.
young mecha
Yeah,
enthusiasts
it's
in Japan
hardcore.
just going bonkers for this? This is
Mhm.
this is right out of Appleseed, man. This is like
Yeah.
perfect.
Mm. Good point.
I mean, yeah, this is top tier. Fuck yeah, scenes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
And again, 100% believable because you know that she's certified to use this
Right.
equipment.
Yep.
She
Right.
didn't just hop in the suit because
Right. She didn't. I
Exactly.
caught
the
myself.
foreshadowing
magic at
wasn't
5.
like hitting you in the fucking junk foreshadowing. It
Yeah,
was
and
exactly.
also
serving a
the suit
practical
itself
thing.
looks real. The suit itself
Yes.
is completely.
Oh no, it does. It looks like a
believable.
very functional item.
Mhm.
There's the you bitch part. You can tell by the
Classic.
lips. Those are you.
And she didn't have to
Um,
tell any men they were stupid and
Oh, that shot
Right.
is
Or
that shot
blame the
is gorgeous.
patriarchy.
That
Yep.
You know,
That
she
shot-
should have
that
told
shot right
Gorman he
there-
was stupid.
that shot
That
right
looks
there is
so much
gorgeous.
better. than some
That is
CGI
gorgeous.
shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, if it was CGI, it would look like shit
Mhm.
Yep.
because you could tell
Yeah.
it was CGI.
You fake. It would look fake. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have that, that fucking sheen to it that fucking CGI has. That you know it's a glorified fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
Trash.
I want to say that didn't that thing take like 20 people to operate?
Probably.
something.
It was a-
Yeah, there was also
There's a
a
lot to
crane
it.
involved as well.
And this was great because the alien's using its claws, its teeth, its tail, all the bits. That thing, it's like it's a weapon all in itself.
Mhm.
Love
Mhm.
that.
The
Then
little
Ripley gets its
scorpion.
head within the pinchers. It's freaking great. And then
And then this little torch is amazing.
yeah, he's getting ready to go all fucking tooth on her.
Picks her up.
Wrestle. And then trying to dump the thing into the airlock, but it's not letting go.
No.
Yeah,
God, that,
She is as trapped as the alien is.
Mm-hmm.
And down they go. That was like, and then she's laying on top of this thing. This was just, ugh.
Mind you, there's about like 2 different scale stop motion models that we're looking at here as well,
Mhm.
being integrated with live action footage all at the same time. That's a model. That shot right there, but just before it falls out, they had actually dropped the model and it broke into a million pieces, and they just tossed it together and let it fall. And they were like, I can't believe the shot still works. It's just you can't see how broken the model is in the
Wow.
shot.
That's
Awesome.
cool. And then she's trying to get out of there because she
this
wants
is-
to open the airlock. This
And then
this
this is-
part was
this is where-
unbelievable, though.
yeah,
Yep.
this is where you really got to suspend your disbelief.
Yeah.
Disbelief. Yeah.
Because the
'Cause you're
airlock
dead.
is open, all on its own is causing a problem. Alien that weighs, I don't know, a
Right.
ton has a
Maybe.
hold of her ankle.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Ripley just has her arm hooked through a ladder.
What they
There
should
are a
have
couple
done.
things that are going to happen here.
Yeah.
That elbow's gone. The elbow's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either the leg is coming out, which is possible, or the arm is coming off, which is the more likely of the two. And they're both going out the airlock. And I get it. Yes, it's a fucking movie, but
yeah.
she was. I mean, because she's having a hard enough time getting out of there just with the airlock open, without without the fucking baggage of the ton alien hanging onto her Reeboks.
Well, at least he gets to keep a nice shoe.
It's true. It's true. If you
Right.
got to die in space, actually, we don't even know
Keep
the
your
answer.
Reebok.
Yeah,
I think
that
that's
is
one of the
that-
first Velcro Reeboks as well.
Mm-hmm.
And away it goes. The kid's getting sucked out the thing, whatever. Bishop's sliding along the floor with his
that was hilarious.
and then she pulls her leg out just as the door is closing. I'm sorry, I almost
Bullshit.
told you too, Newt. And you did okay
bad.
for human.
Not bad for a
Yep.
human.
Google approves of your.
I can't
actions.
feel my legs. So
Yeah.
she bags him up. She wraps up fucking poor Hicks. They all go in the fucking.
Hey, at least
freezer.
she got him in those little shorts.
Hey.
Yeah, and then
No
they go
bikini
to-
briefs for this one.
and then I have an extra scene in there for some reason that doesn't make any sense. So, and that's that is not part of the movie, folks. Don't get confused.
Not
And
special
that's
edition.
the end of, and this is where they should
have stopped.
left it the fuck
Yes.
alone.
Oh my God!
Or
What the
not
fuck?
made
So,
the other crappy
in
ones.
a couple weeks, I would like to get this panel together if possible, since we did this.
All right. I'll have my agent call you.
I appreciate
We'll set
that.
it-
So not
Hello,
next
Mr.
Thursday.
Empire. I'm calling on behalf of the Joker. I wanted to.
So,
my God.
Mr. J wants to be on the show.
so next
J.
Harley
No,
Harley is going to
no
kick
call
both
Smalley.
your asses.
Hopefully.
So next week we're doing the closeout for the last episode.
last-
That's going to be next Thursday. So
Yeah.
certain
Thank God.
members of this panel,
Thank
not all of them. I know Cannoli. I know. Although the last episode was good, but I'll save that. And then I'd like to the following Thursday visit Alien 3 and 4 if you guys are up for that.
I really
Watch.
want to visit Prometheus. In all honesty,
We can talk about it.
Fuck, man.
What's wrong with you? So
no, just because it was, okay, this is maybe a hot take, but Prometheus had certain things going for it. It was just very poorly put together and executed.
Wrong.
no, and you know what? I don't disagree. There were elements that worked, and then as soon as the alien part comes in, everything crumbles.
Exactly.
rapidly. But you're right. There were aspects that I like, although I didn't like. It's not Guy Ritchie. I keep wanting to call him Guy Ritchie, but the other dude.
Jude Law.
No, the act.
Fassbender?
No, I like Fassbender.
Oh,
The guy who
alright.
plays the father.
Oh, Guy Pearce.
Guy
Guy
Pearce.
Pearce.
Guy Pearce.
I knew it was a guy.
The
I
one
hated
who's-
him in it. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're 2 weeks ahead of ourselves right now.
Yes.
We'll
Come on.
make all these
Let's go.
criticisms later.
Yeah, right, really.
These two movies, though, that
4
we
more
just,
hours.
we just look at, man, this was such an impact. Both of these films
Mm-hmm.
on the science
Yeah.
fiction community, and when you guys were talking about all the other things that Aliens has influenced, the gaming in particular.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Yep.
I mean, you can't even. There was nothing like this until
Right.
this, and then that changed all that stuff.
Yep.
So, if do you guys have a favorite, or do you guys are? I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I like them both equally. And that's not a.
I would probably-
I like them both equally because they're different.
I would probably say because I've seen Aliens more, that would definitely take the cake. That would take the spot as my top spot.
Yeah, for me too, just because it seems
Same.
to be more action oriented. But for a horror movie, Alien is
Oh, yeah.
I was
That
gonna
is
say,
right.
It's action or horror though, because
it
there's
just depends on
there's-
what mood you're in, right? If you want to see
Yeah.
a fun
Yeah,
popcorn
right.
film, watch this.
You're right. You're right.
And then you want to get
I
the
actually
horror
prefer
trope.
Alien, though, in all honesty.
It's so
just
good.
because, yeah, I think that is one of the rare instances
Mhm.
where you get basically a near perfect film. That's
Yeah.
why.
It is.
Yeah, no, I agree.
S tier.
Did I have any fun
Yes.
criticisms in Alien? I don't think I did. I didn't have a Gorman to hate.
No, we didn't have
I
those
mean, you had
things.
certain protocol things, but the protocol things were part of the script. You know,
Mhm.
Ash did what he did because he was following
Mhm.
his orders. Whereas Gorman was just a fuck up and a retard. And
Thomas Spoken. Thomas Spoken. There we go.
I was so
He's not
disappointed
wrong.
with
Nothing else to say then.
that.
So-
Mm.
Yeah.
you know what? Here's the. No, I don't want to go into it. I don't want to go into it because
Yeah,
I'm going to get on the
Shieldwall,
fucking
yeah.
topic and I'm going to talk about it for a long time. So I'm going to avoid the Prometheus and Covenant.
No, go ahead, Roman.
Don't
Speak, Roman.
Some of us have work.
We have-
Some of us have work, Vex.
We got another show. We got another show. We will devote to that. I'll remind you guys that in 2 weeks we're going to be doing
Okay.
that show, and that show is going to be almost all criticism. So, with some exception, I mean, because even both movies had parts that I liked, but both movies also had parts that I fucking hated. And that definitely outweighs the parts that I like. But it's worth talking about because when you see a franchise that gave us what the fuck, Steven?
Steven moved.
that gave us
How the voodoo are you
Alien
doing?
and Aliens.
He wanted to
and
be on
then-
the bottom. That's all.
And then made that
Below
fucking
me, baby.
left turn into Alien 3.
Yeah, but was it the same people that?
No.
Yeah.
Everything was different.
It's
Everything
obviously
was different. Although it
apparent.
was still a Brandywine production, but it took a hard left turn. But it's almost unimaginable how these movies became those movies. It's like, did you guys actually watch the first couple of films? Because this shit doesn't
If you keep
work.
going back to the well, you get less and less each
Well,
time.
Yeah.
This is what happened. They
Well,
kept going back to.
And I understood that the original Alien 3 script actually incorporated these characters, and actually it wasn't the same. It wasn't even remotely the same. But unfortunately, that's not what we got.
No,
So
it was going to take the whole universe in another direction. It was
Studio
going to
bullshit.
involve the global
Like
politics
if you
of
read
galactic
the
politics.
novelizations that happened before Alien 3 came out, they are based on these characters.
Right.
Because they go back to Earth. There's a whole series called Earth War that is, if memory serves, started with these people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
What
which
do you
is
mean, these
supposed to be
people?
where Resurrection picks up. It's supposed to be
Hey,
that
what you mean,
what
you
they-
people?
at the end of 4, they wind up on
the
Earth
hell?
and begin a whole other thing.
But
it
yeah,
never
but again,
happened.
it was
never
just
gelled.
so clunky and fucked up, and none of it.
Yeah,
worked.
and David Fincher did the third movie, right? You got,
Right.
He
got a
did,
talented-
yeah.
Well, David Fincher
love
was labeled on the
David
first
Fincher,
movie,
but-
but
So he had
you know,
so
he
the
was-
studio just pulled him out and kind of.
they had 2 producers on set continuously telling him not to do certain things. I mean, he
Apparently,
Yes.
he was also
threw up his
fired quite a
hands.
few times during the production
gonna
of
say-
that movie.
Right.
Yep.
No,
So-
save it,
He
save it
decided
all
to
for,
just
save it
follow
all for 2
through.
weeks from now, because
Okay.
we're gonna rabbit hole. So
Yeah,
both
it's
these movies had extraordinary casts, and they were also very small casts,
Yes.
and that worked well. Even like I said, even the problems I have with Aliens are still they're pretty minor in the context. It's me being picky as a military guy as far as the aspects of the film that I think are wrong.
Right.
I also think that the special editions of either film shouldn't exist because the parts that they add don't enhance the movies. The theatrical releases are the defining bits. That
Yeah.
part, where you have the crew of Nostromo down in that hull, the lower area in the cocoon shit doesn't add anything to the movie. In fact, it adds confusion, if anything else. And then the addition of the fucking family fun ride and the big what were the guns called? Chillwall?
Oh, the automated sentry guns.
The sentry guns.
Yeah,
I hated that stuff. Again, it didn't add anything to the movie, and I thought, especially with the sentry guns, that was just even poorly executed. The family fun ride you can get a little enjoyment out of, but it doesn't really add anything to the fucking movie except for like time. So it's just unnecessary. But anyway, but as 2 movies,
Yeah.
it's
These
they're
two
perfect.
movies, this is how you do a franchise.
Yeah.
The movies, when you do a sequel, they shouldn't be competing with each other. They should be enhancing each other,
Yeah.
and both of them in both directions. I mean, we were saying early on that it really doesn't matter if you watch them in order. They're both standalone pictures,
Right.
but one enhances the other once you do get to them.
Mhm.
But you can't have Aliens without Alien because they
Right.
introduced the entire universe.
Right. Yep. And
But-
how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And why you should be
Aliens
afraid of them.
doesn't deconstruct Alien at all.
No, it doesn't. And yeah, you're not the only thing. I mean, you get some new stuff with obviously with the Alien Queen, but it doesn't conflict. You don't have anything that are doing
Right.
this
Nowadays,
because of
they'll
that
put
sequel.
out a sequel that will put new stuff in it that, for expedience, for writing, that'll completely undo what the previous
Yeah,
iteration
which is the
had.
problem
Right,
with the
right.
newer Aliens.
The sequel-
They completely
The
undid
sequel
everything.
trilogy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, dude.
Well, and
no,
then you throw stunt casting into that because somebody wants to be a part of this alien thing because they heard this
Yep.
franchise is really hot, and all of a sudden it
Mhm.
becomes their ticket,
It's a
and
mess,
it's like no
yeah.
longer
Mhm.
about the movie, and it's
Right. And then it
so many
becomes like
problems.
almost like I don't even want to say comic book, but it's just inject new character, they fight, and then they die. Inject new character, like well, we'll get it to it when we talk about Prometheus.
right. Oh no. And we're gonna. And when we get to Prometheus, like I said, we are gonna have. There's a lot to discuss. That's gonna give me more homework because I actually have to do more
You know what the
slide
worst
downloads now.
part
But
about that is?
we're gonna spend less time on those movies doing breakdown. We're not gonna spend because I don't want to spend 2 hours talking about Prometheus. I will pull my fucking
Thank
brains
God.
out and it'll get us views, but it'll be terrible.
The worst part about that is I'm gonna have to watch that movie again.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
No, same. I haven't seen those movies in a long time because I fucking hate
And
them.
why
I
would
forgot
you?
so a lot because they were forgettable.
Me too.
Right.
Mhm.
Well,
Alien
when
Covenant
you-
will get you angry. Just be
Oh my
prepared for
god,
that.
it does. It does. It makes me want to pull my eyes out of my fucking
Yeah.
skull just thinking about
At
that.
least like Prometheus, it kind of got away with it, even though it was still bad. But Alien Covenant was just frustrating
Garbage.
to watch
Mhm.
Yes.
from beginning.
If I disappear, it's because the power just went out. So
Oh dear. All right.
Oh.
Well, we're wrapping up anyway.
Snowstorm here.
So let's go around the horn here and
Let's start
everybody
with
say
Blair
what
then.
they
Go ahead and
got
plug yourself.
coming up. Yeah, Blair, before you disappear, you fucking wizard.
2 weeks, I'm going to be on this panel again discussing 2 bad alien movies.
Smart man. Good plug.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's it. That's it. You're coming up. All right. Oh Lord. Shield Wall. What do you got coming up, buddy?
Well, hey, thanks for having me on. It's a great discussion. I actually knew about what we were talking about tonight more than probably any other stream I've been on. And it's been great having everybody here. Chat has been on fire. Tom MC,
Yeah,
Thad,
he's been.
Oh yeah.
Appion, that's brought to everybody. Just, everybody knows this movie. Lots of great information. Hey, what's up, Angry Canadian?
Hey, he's awake.
StephenRansom Film
Nosferatu.
School again,
Make-
talking about
making it
color
awkward.
and shot.
Fucking lost.
Cannoli for the for the hot takes on the on the appendages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And then Vex showing up as great. Oh, also great review on that game that you did, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was really good. Anyway, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. This is always a good time. And I will be, I guess, on the Last of Us stream and the Bad Alien movie one. So, looking forward to it. Thanks, everybody.
Right on. Joker voice. What do you got coming up? You got shit all the fucking time. That's what you got.
God, I know. I have become the Vex now. I need the calendar. I need an agent.
Board,
I need a
board,
secretary.
whiteboard.
I just threads connecting. Tomorrow night I will be on with this guy right here. Tomorrow night,
Right
I will
on.
be over on CannoliSasquatch. Always a fun time. Just basically asking Hollywood, "Why are you so stupid?" Basically, is our
Basically.
yeah. And then next Thursday I will be back here. The Thursday after that I will be back here, and then normally on Mondays I'm over on Legion Talk. We're going through the Game of Thrones series. We'll be ending season 2 fairly soon.
Still good.
Friday night.
Still good.
Oh yeah. Friday night is Legion Talk. Friday night's Royal Rumble, where we just talk about the week in pop culture, and then I'll be doing my regular Monday, Wednesday, and Friday videos as well. Last week's news now on the Monday, little stuff you might have missed during the week. Next Wednesday, I did a little thing on Victoria Alonso this week. Next week, someone may have revealed themselves as the true Sith apprentice, and it wasn't Michelle Rejwan. Dave
dear.
Filoni.
Filoni.
That
Filoni! Yeah, no, your videos are fantastic. They really are.
Thank you.
They're informative and entertaining, which is what this is supposed to be. So, thank you, Joker Voice. Vex!
Shut up, Kevin!
Captain
No one's
Media.
talking to you.
What do you got? What do you got coming up?
I have too much coming up, so just follow me on Twitter at Vex Electronica. That's the easiest way to do it, and keep an eye on my YouTube channel. I unfortunately will actually not be on the Last of Us wrap-up panel here next week.
What?
As much as I would like to be, I had already booked a bunch of podcasts about 6 weeks ahead of time. So
let me pull you off of this thing then.
but I will definitely be there for Aliens, the alien ones afterwards.
Well then, Vex, just for you, scissor me timbers.
Thank you. I do have a script started though for all the issues I do have with The Last of Us, so you can expect that
are a lot. Yeah.
On my YouTube channel. Yeah.
It's about 50 pages.
That'll be good.
It's only 6 right now. Cannoli cheese.
Oh, come on.
Hey, Vex, have you played the games?
No, I watched the footage like 2 times now. I haven't watched the footage for the second game at all. But the issues I have are outside of the game. They're actually just from a development standpoint. I think there's a ton of issues with the show that they really could have overcome. So I'm just going to throw it all together and put it out there.
Looking forward to that.
That sounds great. Picking apart The Last of Us. That's CannoliSasquatch.
Oh boy. Let's see here. So I got tomorrow night on the Cannoli Connection with the missus. Of course, I got Joker Voice and Tyler the Redbeard. Got a duo. I have a lot of problems.
Tyler, yeah, good deal.
I love Tyler. I got a lot of problems with his movie choices, though. We're gonna have a chat about that.
Like his 5 out of 5 today really blew my mind.
Yeah. I have, and then Monday we're back for Mayhem Mischief movie. We're doing John Wick 2 because it's John Wick month.
Why?
Because it's amazing. And
John Wick 4 comes out at the end of this month. That's why we're doing John Wick month.
Yeah, it's a whole month. So we actually are moving the time back because you weird people who do daylight savings, I have to adjust. So we're coming up. Instead of 7 o'clock Pacific, it's going to be 6 o'clock. So I give my lovely co-host enough time to do the show with me because I love them so much. And then next, actually, there is no Cannoli Connection stream on the 18th, on the 17th. I think the 18th.
17th. 18th is the other.
The 18th, I am doing with, of course, Vex and a few others who want to be invited. I'm doing a Rumble only conspiracy theory stream.
Wow.
And I can only do it on Rumble because I don't trust YouTube. So look out for that. Yeah. And just follow me on Twitter. You can get all the news there.
Right on. My man to the north, StephenRansom. What do you got?
Nothing even penciled in. Actually, this is the loosest I've ever been. But I wanted to get into.
It was Vex's face just said it.
Yeah. Now we know they got all those.
She's got the best faces in the world. I love it.
I love you, Vex. You're
as
awesome.
long as you're happy, Steven, I love you, buddy.
We don't judge here.
Well, we judge the fuck here.
These 2 movies, just in closing,
wrong with that.
It's amazing how much of these were almost entirely practically done. I mean, except for the computer graphics, the vector graphics on the monitors, and even that was practical because that's what vector graphics on a monitor would look like, right? They were really on the monitor. It wasn't like they were filming blue screen holes and they computer generated those images in later.
He said holes.
You guys, I swear to God, the depth of the closet, I swear.
Not holes, guys.
Extraordinary. Hello.
I reside in Arkham. What do you expect?
He said cream. I think he said cream. Did he say cream? He said cream. Yeah. Anyway, it's been grand. This whole party has been absolutely grand.
Well, I want to thank you guys very much for being with me tonight. Yeah, it's nice because everybody knows just things that.
Oh my god!
See,
You don't want to be. You don't want to be too loose. You don't want the wind to blow you away.
Well, I do live in La La Land. I mean,
That's true.
walking
That's
distance to the Griffith Park. So
There you go. Okay.
So everyone knows their
Thanks, Whitey.
just these weird little pieces of these movies, which is great. And when you put them all together, you get much more complete version of the background and just, why things are the way they are in these movies. So I appreciate you all very much. Chat was fucking amazing tonight.
Yeah.
You guys absolutely brought
As
it.
always.
I'm looking at you because this is where my computer is. So I'm looking at you like I'm talking to the chat.
Yeah, better than Gremlins, better than E.T. This chat.
Well, yes.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but I agree with it.
Nobody remembers that quote. God, that was like the quote. Anyway,
I don't know. Steven's obscure movie quotes that everybody knows. But you guys, the chat, you guys were just fantastic. There was so much other from you guys that just fed the stream. That was wonderful. And this is why, that's the whole point to doing these things is to talk to someone. And when they talk back, it's fantastic. So thank you very much.
Because we have no friends.
That's true.
That is
true. I might be on with Father Miller tomorrow, but at noon, but that's sketchy because my time is really screwed up right now. I won't be on with PJ maybe on Saturday, and I've already apologized, but he's doing the show. So if you're inclined, please watch PJ maybe at 12 Pacific Standard. That's Let's Talk Geeky, classic TV and nerd stuff. I'm going to be recording drums here in the studio of the Empire, though, so I'm going to be busy. Tuesday, I'm on with Pops, I think at 5 Pacific Standards. We're going to be talking at the Alex Ross Works, Kingdom Come, Marvels, and Earth X. Those are three heavy hitting books. So that's going to be a really, really fun conversation. And then, of course, Pops is fantastic. It's nice because it's another gentleman of my era. I don't
know if I'd admit
and then
that,
next Thursday, of course, we are wrapping up. We are wrapping up The Last of Us without Vex because she told us to straight up fuck off. Yeah. So join us next week for The Last of Us at 5 Pacific Standard, and we're going to be wrapping up the good, the bad, and the Ellie of that series.
Don't you mean you're going to be plugging up?
Scissoring.
And on that note, thank you all for being with us tonight. Everybody's information, all their data is in the description. So if you're not following these creators, follow them because despite their behavior here, they are fantastic. So please sub to their channels because they all put out very good content. And everybody's on Twitter, so it's not hard to find this stuff. So for now, this has been Roman of the Empire signing off. Be kind.
Doodle!
Behold, the deadliest species known to man.
You know those are just avocados, right?
Son of a bitch. Let's make a salad.